All right, guys, welcome to day two of the African Championship Circuit. We're going to go straight into our first game, and that is Trinity 911 on our blue side and Hunt Nonagon on our yellow side. We're starting things off really tough on Hacienda of all maps, and both these teams are going to be fighting for Hardpoint. Well, that is after they have spread the ancestral wine on the beloved map. As we all know, that happens in African comp. But we have an incredible lineup of matches for you guys tonight. Hardpoint Hacienda, Search and Destroy on Tunisia, and Standoff Control. That is a Kijo favorite right there. The mode, the map, everything. So this is going to be a jam-packed first game of the night, and we have four games lined up for you guys tonight. Of course, with the top 8 teams that qualified to the African Pro Series, and this is day 2. But speaking of the teams, before we get into the matches, some of the transfer news that is available on the Discord, you guys might have seen it already, was a bit of a shock to me when I read it. But yeah, it seems like Muji from Cyclone Gaming has made a shift to Trinity. Fami from Quantum has now moved to Hunt Nonagon, so we're going to see both those players hopefully in this first game for the night. And Dean from Cyclone has followed his friend Muji all the way over to Trinity 911. So absolutely incredible shifts here, and it seems like Ninja has replaced either Muji or Dean. We'll see who we can keep up with. He shifted from NATO to Cyclone, and we have 2 new players on the field. We have Silver and King Twix, who have now joined NATO to hopefully make up for the fact that Ninja has left. And we have Sway as well. Sorry, my apologies. And 3 players from Trinity have been dropped. They will be surely missed. RIP to those 3 players. We will not be seeing them in the tournament anymore. And Yellow and Emmy from NATO and
Dude,
H9
I just checked now.
dropped. So unfortunately for them, if you guys are choosing them for your fantasy teams, unlucky guys. Try again next time. But yeah, getting into it with all the changes, all the swapping around that has been done, I'm not sure if I can keep up with who's on whose team anymore. Black, how do you feel about all the changes that have been made?
Mm. Hello, everyone. Hello, stream. Apologies for my late coming, but still, hey, I am
I'm guessing
currently.
he's as shocked about all the changes as I am that he is left completely speechless. But
I
we
am
will wait for him to
catch
rejoin
up.
the cast.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of things happening on this screen. I'm seeing some names here that it's wow. I mean, normally you'd get the Discord notification of who's getting transferred to where, who left where, and all that. Yeah, but actually seeing it on the stream, that's a different thing. And now we're okay. Production just took the screen away. Thank you very much, production. But looking at the current Trinity 911 roster, we've got Instincts, we've got Chinese, even though he's Nigerian. We've got Dean, we've got Vivex, we've got Michael, Jack, and Muji. That is for Trinity 911. They're having good players there. I mean, of course, likes of Vivex and Instinct. I've seen what those guys can do.
And considering the fact that now Muji and Dean are joining them, I think Trinity might be the unstoppable team. Well, the team that's going to give the most competition to Paradox, that is.
Mm-hmm. Competition wise, well, you know what they can do. These boys, the likes of Devilman, we saw what he did in Decala last year. And also, we've got to compliment some of the players here in Pro. The man is that dark horse member of the team where you don't want to underestimate him, but you also know that, okay, this man he knows what he's doing. Don't mess around with him either. Yeah, so that's, Pro. I know, okay, yeah, Great Joy and Geras having zero cam, no picture there. And FXMII, I don't really know much about this player here because I've not seen him on the XN9 or Hunt Nonagon roster before. I've not seen him on that roster before, but hey, let's see what he can do.
Fami is definitely one of the new additions that Hunt Nonagon have added in. But speaking of the players that were already in H9, 4G is currently the best player on that team. So I don't know if he has too much pressure on him, if he's carrying the team on his back right now. But he's only played 2 maps and he has the highest KD for his team. And it's not even 1, it's 0.88. So I think the rest of the Hunt Donovan players need to kind of pull up their socks, help 4G out. Maybe he'll become 5G eventually.
Maybe become 5G eventually. I like the phone there, but hey, let's see how it goes really. But like right now, the rosters are looking pretty good, and I gotta commend you. I gotta compliment these teams. They make these decisions here and there, and you think, okay, one player is leaving. That player was contributing a lot. What happened? Why did they go? Why is there another? And honestly, no one knows. The team managers are the ones that make these decisions, and they know what's best for them. So they know what's best for the team. They're considering the team considering the team synergy, considering what is the team lacking, what does the team need right now, and what don't the team need right now. Unfortunately, those are the players that probably have to go. And let's just hope for the best, because we don't know the effect of our decisions unless they've been made.
Well, we do have a lot of new faces to look out for, and some players that have been transferred from other teams. The whole Cyclone Gaming to Trinity 911 switch, I honestly didn't expect that. But hey, I mean, if it works, it works.
Exactly.
So, Trinity 911, the fact that they bagged Muji and Dean, absolute incredible players that were holding up Cyclone. Let's see if they can make a difference in Trinity.
Let's see if they make a difference in Trinity, honestly, because that difference is what I want to see. Now, looking at the transfer news, the players dropped. Let's talk about that real quick. We've got Adhoma, we've got Keniti, Katsu, Yellow, and Eni. We've seen Eni play. We know what he can do. But to see him drop from Nonogons, well, honestly, I'm sad. I am sad, guys. Well, hey, Eni's probably gonna get to a better team now, or maybe a even promising situation where he'll be more his tools and his skills will be put to much greater use, and hopefully for Adoma, Kimiti, Katsu, and Yellow as well.
That's true. I do hope that the players that were dropped, like completely dropped from their teams, I hope that they find a good foster home to take care of them,
Hmm.
because they get dropped in the middle of a tournament. That is absolutely sad. My heart goes out to them. Being replaced that's honestly heartbreaking. So I do feel sorry for them. Guys, if you want to form a team, I'm a start a Kijo team. Black is my co-manager. We're excellent coaches. We will win this next tournament. Trust.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Carl is the player dropped. Carl is the player dropped. So just in case you were wondering, Carl and Jerry, they're the players dropped. But of course, we've got a short break right now. And when we come back, the game is gonna start. Don't go anywhere. Get your drink and whatever production just telling me that we are not going on that break just yet. So yeah, real time FC, Carl and Jerry are actually the players being dropped. We're looking at the transfer news right now. So I'm telling you guys what the transfer news in real time FC is. San is dropped as well. Kijo and Black and Onaga are the players that were transferred recently. So guys, that's it for real time news. And Sumi, exactly. Thanks for reminding me, Kijo.
Sumi is our cheerleader, guys. You have to remember Sumi.
Yeah, you guys definitely have to remember her. But now, looking at the maps here, Kijo, we're seeing Hacienda for the Hardpoint. Is the common one, right? We all know the whole rotation thingy, the whole P1. And now we are starting out. It's SND on Tunisia, but before we get into that, let's first start with the Hardpoint and Hacienda here. There's only one way around this, right? It's either one of these teams come out on top and then find a way to end in the second map, or well, we've seen a reverse sweep in the league phase. We have seen it before. I think remind me again, what team pulled that off?
That is a good question. If you guys want to know the answer to that, go check out day one. Because production's gonna kill me for not doing my homework. But yeah, speaking of Hacienda as the first map, I don't think we've seen Hacienda in the tournament so far. So the teams really had to prepare for this beforehand. What do we think the rotations are gonna look like? I'm hoping it's not a one-sided game. I hate one-sided games.
If there's one thing I know about Nonogons, right, is that even if they play these games and let's say it gets one-sided, we've seen them in such a way during the qualifiers. We saw them get beat down real bad, right? But one thing I know about Nonogons is that they find a way to come back. They are resilient. It's a given. It's established in the APC. Now you get to a place where we're in the league phase, right? It's not a situation where you can just get put out. If you lose against Trinity here, you can always just try to make up your way back on top of that league board with other teams that you run into. But one thing I know about Nonogons is that even if they lose here, they're gonna find their way out there back.
That's true. I'm really hoping that they give Trinity somewhat of a fight. Um, I don't want. It sounds like I'm siding with Trinity here, but I'm trying not to be political. Considering the transfer news we just saw, it's really hard to like not pick a side. But I really hope that it's a close game. Give us like a 245, 250, like really really close. I don't want to see anyone go like under 100. And as I say that, I hope I didn't jinx it for either of these teams. We're gonna get straight into the match. Hopefully, no one starts a lobby reset here, and both these teams are going to run straight for P1. Smoke is thrown, everyone's vision is blurred, and the kill feed has started off.
The kill feed indeed. That's Yuki. Two-piece picked up early. Back and forth, the gunfights are gonna start, and well, this is just none of us taking out the lead, and Trinity playing catch up here, but that heal, that P1 is in the favor of none of us here right now. Kill feed all blue. Trinity takes it back. No time wasted. No nonsense team, but none of us still have that heal.
Indeed, and we can see H9 have taken complete charge of the first hard point. They're cleaning it out, they're holding it down, and top control is so important here for P1 because you can get in the point, but as soon as someone gets on that top control, you are done for. They can take you out from any angle. The kill feed looking blue here in favor of Trinity. But the OBJ speaking a different story. We have Greatjoy trying to find his way into P1, not finding any success there. Dean managing to drop Muji as well. The two besties there from Cyclone going down in one fatal swoop. Instinct trying to hold on spawns here, manages to pick off one, and we're going all the way over to P2 now.
P2 is gonna be it, but then Hunter takes it back once again. Things are looking really good for these guys. They came prepared, they doubled the score lead, and right now Yuki and Greatjoy and Devilman are just soaking as much damage as they can. And the boys of Trinity still yet to find their footing here, as Hunter will keep them out of that P2. And that's what I always say about the P2 in Hacienda, right? It's very easy for you to get boxed out real quick. Rotations matter, and in between those rotations, that's a two-piece coordinate picked up by No Pro. And I told you, Kijo, that that guy is not one to underestimate now. Greatjoy with the death machine comes out, wreak havoc. The drone kills, why Yuki fights one. And right now, Honor girls are getting closer to that 70-point mark as that scrap time will start on P2.
It's clear to see H9 did not come to play. They're here to win this tournament. They're fighting for their chance at the top. The fact that Muji and Dean have transferred onto Trinity, it's showing that it's no match for Hunt Donegan at this point in time. We're going to rotate over to P3 now. P2 was our money hill, but H9 were really holding it down pretty well. You can see Trinity didn't manage to break in fairly easily. H9 already passed that 50-point mark, closing in on 70, and Trinity still below 25 at this point in time. Operators are out. Chinese here with the war machine, not sure if he can find any connections there as he gets taken out with a Tempest from 4G. The man that is carrying H9 at this point in time finds another with his Tempest, shocks them in place, and the Hunter Killer Drone is sent out to find his next victim.
Victim is the word. Because right now, Trinity are on Nonogon's victim. Now, Devilman comes out with that equalizer to find 3, to find 5. Devilman clears the entire numbers and sends them back to respawn. Greatjoy now wants to pull off his own. That's a BMP. 2 fish pounds, almost 3. But get shut down. Trinity has had it up to the neck with Nonogons as they get closer to that 100-point mark. And now the hail is done. They're going to rotate all the way. 2-piece picked up, but right now 100-point mark is looking good for Nonogons.
And they're definitely closing in on that 100-point mark. P4 and Smoke is out trying to block everyone's vision here. But it doesn't stop Dean though. He's on the wall and he's getting those kills, taking down H9 like it's no one's business. Claw out for Instinct, equalizes out for Michael, and they are absolutely killing their way through the entire H9 team. Michael did not get on Yuki's good side there, takes him right off the head glitch. And Trinity slowly making a comeback here as they close in on that 50-point mark. But not before H9 has anything to say about it. Point is currently contested. Greatjoy kind of needs to push in with his death machine, but he did not manage to get even a pinky toe into that point. You can see Dean also now trying to push into point. Trinity are fighting for their way for this comeback. And H9 is still below 100. They're almost there. I jinxed it. There we go. Good job, guys.
Good job, Kijo, rather. For the Kijo jinx. And right now, 57-101, the scrap time is done. The next hill is going to restart. And of course, we get back to where we started. The P1 is going to be, and the boys of Mountain, of course, are already rotating there. And this is exactly the pattern we saw in the first game. But the hill is being contested. It looks like Trinity don't want that to repeat, as they will try to clear out that hill and take it back. Yes, they do. Finally, hopefully, it's the start of something new. That's the BMP. We'll find a double there. Chinese living up to the name, as he will get to. And now 61-104. The voice of Mountain, of course, looking for a way through. That's the with a Sparrow. Comes out through the smoke, trying to find the value there, but not able to. Sees 4G inside. Picks him up and gets straight out real quick. 1-for-1. 64-109. Mountain, of course, are really trying to maintain that lead. With that P1 in favor of Trinity, starting to help them close in. And what can they do? None of us at this point, but to rotate onto that next hill.
Definitely, we're into P2 rotation time, and it seems like Trinity are really playing in favor of the scrap time here. They are rotating though, but we can see that H9 are possibly the first to get there. 4G shooting blanks at the wall. I'm not sure what he was aiming at there for a second, but Michael manages to clean up that body very quickly, already moving on to P2, where Trinity have set up Pro with the 3-piece war machine breaking into the point. 4G absolutely right behind him takes out Michael, and now the point goes to H9. Chinese trying to break it now with his war machine, but he needs to take notes from Pro, because what the hell was that? A 3-piece just to break into the point. Excellent use of his operator skill there. Dean now trying to break in. He contests the point. 4G is right there around the car. He doesn't see him, but he's playing Ringer Rosie with him around yellow car. Yuki breaking into point now. 3-piece with his claw in hand. All the operators are out, and both these teams are contesting this point non-stop.
Muji really showing that he really wants to be here. That's the death machine doing numbers for him. And now 87-128. None of us up somehow find their way into the scrap time and are really making the most out of it. But the boys of Trinity closer than ever to that 100-point mark. They've got to make their way there somehow. But then 1 second on that scrap time ended there. Rotations again. It's still going to be the boys of Hot Nonagons. And at this point, we got to commend their rotations. Hot Nonagons, they are on top when it comes to that right now.
All right, we're going to listen into H9's comms for a bit and see what's going on in their heads while they play.
Yeah, by the way, I think we're not.
Oh, going back.
All right, wow, that was intense, Kijo. I mean, and there was no audio, and production just confirmed it. So we're gonna get straight to the gameplay. That's Instincts with a claw to pick up 1 and 118. Somehow Trinity find their way back up there. That's Chinese with the practice to fighting over 124, 155. The score lead are starting to close in, and now Hot Nonagons, the lead is not that far anymore. Trinity are closing in, Kijo.
I'm not sure what we missed during that listen-in, but clearly we should have been listening to Trinity, because look at the comeback that they've made. They're closing in on that 150-point mark that H9 have already crossed, but they have barely made it across, and we're already rotating now back onto P1. I think this is the 3rd time. Wrap it up, guys. Come on, we want to see the search and destroy, but both these teams are fighting. They're keeping it neck and neck. They're listening to Kijo's advice, at the beginning of the stream. So, yeah, this is definitely the entertainment-filled match that we came to see.
Entertaining match we came to see indeed. It's a 20, actually less than 20 score gap here. That's the XM4 picking up one. Numbers here, back and forth. The heel taken back again by Trinity. We've seen these banters before. We've seen this back and forth before. But Trinity are now starting to make it real. That's the equalizer coming out to play. And the two-piece Victor make that three to clear out the hill. The P1, the press support. You can tell the voice of Trinity want to end it here and now. 160-163. Scrap time taken by Hunt Guns. And at this point, they are on their tail, getting close to their body, but Hunt Guns know that no, you don't. They will have to increase that score lead, and Trinity, they will have to work for it.
That gap is getting closer and closer as both these teams are fighting it out. We're on the money hill at this point in time, but even if either of these teams hold it down completely, we're still gonna have to go to P3. We got Muji out with his death machine, finds one, but 4G takes him out from the side as he breaks into P2 to hold it down, waiting for his teammates to get there. Instinct trying to break into point. He gets taken down by Yuki, and Chinese getting the revenge on him. Trades are just being swapped at this point in time as both these teams are trying to hold down P2 over here. Trinity at 161, Nonagon closing in on 200. Great Joy now with his death machine in hand, finds one, finds a second and a third. He is collecting these bodies. 4G tries to stop him there from getting a 4-piece, and he gets taken out from the back by Chinese. Both these teams completely unstoppable as H9 passes that 200 point is contested, and we're entering scrap time now for P2.
Scrap time is gonna be right now. The 166-209. Somehow Hunt Guns have still held it dead as 4G VMP finds 3 and now trying to find 4. He sees the man and he wants to take him down, but now 166-2, they're making sure that they keep Trinity as far off as they can. Now the next hill gonna spawn. Hunt Guns here, usually the first to rotate there, so don't make things change now. At the dying moment of the game, when you are this close, start target point, the hill is gonna be contested by both teams, and Hunt Guns pointed out to make sure they clear away Trinity without War Machine. And what can Trinity do at this point? 30 more, make that 28, 27. Count with me, Hunt Guns are closer than ever, and Trinity finally takes it back. He's with the draw, trying to melt them down. That's two-piece picked up. UT and no pro force. They're trying to keep them away. If anything can move them down, it's gonna be the club. When it gets taken down, that cannot be good. Guns come back for the contest. They take it back again. It's 24 left. Two-piece picked up for the XM4. Chinese shuts him down, and this is as close as they can come. The scrap time is still in favor of Guns.
We're heading into scrap time here now on P3, and we can clearly see which team Black is backing here tonight. He is standing with the Nigerian team in this competition, completely supporting them as they hope to cross that 250 point mark first. Trinity just reached 180. We're heading over to P4 now, and it doesn't look like Trinity is going to be able to catch up. The kill feed looking all yellow in their favor. Michael trying to switch things around with his equalizer, finds a 3-piece there as he goes to push into spawn and completely disregards OBJ while it gets contested. A no pro no match, but the equalizer still in his hand, and Yuki getting his revenge for swiping his entire team. Trinity now on 190. Nonagon with less than 10 seconds needed in order to end this hardpoint game. Point is still contested. Trinity trying to make up for all the time that they have lost. Michael going for a quick swim over there while point is contested. How about your teammates, bro? But Yuki said not today. He's going to clear out that point. Great Joy following suit. His death machine in hand as well. And Muji trying his best to get into point, but the claw stops him in his tracks. One more second needed, and H9 win the first match of the night. Hardpoint Hacienda goes to them.
Yep, 56 score gap. That's what we saw there. H9 just doing justice to Hardpoint and Hacienda and showing mastery there against those player transfers really came through for them. And we can see Trinity, well, maybe one or two mishaps, maybe one or two decisions that didn't exactly stick and didn't exactly work out for them in the long run. But hopefully they do get to make better decisions in the second map and the third one. But then I am still looking forward to seeing what this game. I think this game is still promising. We might get to see that control because Trinity 911 is no joke.
Definitely no joke. They're not a force to be reckoned with. And hopefully they make the comeback that I want to happen in search and destroy because I want to see a control game, fingers crossed. But let's take a look at the stats from this hardpoint game here. Can we just appreciate the fact that 4G, the absolute tank that he is, a 56 bomb and over a minute in point. This man is carrying the entire of H9 on his back, on his shoulders. He's carrying the world right now.
Yeah, the Atlas of XN9 right now. And right now, these guys, I mean, you've also got some other impressive stats here, right? 2 minute time. Yuki 46 bomb, 10 less than 4G, and I mean you can outplay the captain. You know, he's leading by example, so he has to respect yourself there. But great joy, 1 minute 51 seconds. That's pretty impressive. But on the other side, we've got 176 impact on Chinese without BMP. The man did make numbers and 45 bomb. Okay, 3 people, Chinese, Dean and Muji having the same number of kills. Wow, entire competition or what is going on here, Kiju?
I'm not sure if they planned this beforehand, but the KD will tell you that these teams did contribute in their own way, all with over a minute in OBJ time. But Michael managing to get one more kill than all of them. He just had to be better. Just to be like, no, you guys over 45. I'ma just one off y'all. I'ma show y'all who's the best in the team. But yeah, their kills didn't matter at the end of the day. 4G carried H9 to victory.
He carried them to victory, and hopefully he can carry them to victory this time around. Hey, history's won. Can he repeat it? But then S&D, let's go. 5v5, numbers are still preserved. It's round 1, H9 versus Trinity 911. Can Trinity make a comeback to force out a map 3, or can H9 end things here in a 2-0 fashion? And that's what we're going to find out real soon. They are taking it slow. That's usually how round 1 goes. Then you're going to be gun shy, and at some points, the bomb be on the side of Trinity, on the side of Trinity rather, and the defenders H9 and Michael just looking for a target here, maybe a potential wall bank. Man is just oh, what the hell? Takes Pro down, and now numbers advantage to Trinity.
Numbers advantage to them indeed. It's a 3v4 currently. Okay, 3v2. Numbers got switched around real quick. And now Chinese, last man standing with his VMP in hand, but 4G punches him into the next round. 4G changed his name to Mike Tyson. I blinked, guys.
Did you see that, Kijo? Greatjoy, I think Greatjoy had a triple. Yeah, Greatjoy had a triple in that round alone. That is insane, man. I don't know, hunting on guns. These guys, they came prepared tonight, and Trinity, it looks like your preparation is starting to look like these guys did double, maybe even triple, because hunting on guns, first round taken. Let's see how Trinity is going to respond to this, really. But then 5v5, the bomb still not planted, picked up though by Trinity, and Michael looking for another first blood. He did it in the first round. Let's see if he can do it this time around. And Muji, without Odin, the man is just holding, Pro, Type 63 weapon in hand. The man is just, hopefully, he doesn't get picked up like he was in the first round.
Hopefully it doesn't get picked up like that. Indeed, Pro, a really vital player here on the side of H9 as we head into round 2. I love how respectful they're all being. They're just peeking their corners. Michael is looking to start some trouble over here by getting the first blood. But yeah, heading into the second round, Trinity are still planting. H9 are holding down the fort on A and B bombs respectfully. Chinese started the chaos over here, takes down Great Joy in No Pro, responding by taking down Dean and Instinct taking him down. Oh my god, there's so much bloodshed right now. 2v3. Guys, you can't blink in an S&D round. Yuki dropping to Chinese as well. That's the second kill for the round. 2v2, 1v2. 4G now the last. Sorry, 1v3. 4G, the last man standing. Can he carry his team to victory in this round like he carried them in Hardpoint? You're up against Michael, Chinese, and Muji. That is not the best trio that you want to be going up against. If that was me in that situation, raps, delete CODM. I never know how to play this game anyway.
I mean, duplicate team. Forge is going to have to check his corners, though, because right now, these 3 guys are pretty deadly. And yep, I called it. They took him down, and Trinity esports will get that round for himself. To be fair, those 3 were actually competing against each other in the Hardpoint, and to come against those 3, I don't know. Round 3, here we go, straight off. Hopefully, better round there for Hex and 9 as we will start things out real slow as he usually is. Numbers here still preserved, but Michael and Chinese hoping to start something soon like he normally would. But then Yuki Fong started early first blood drawn on the side of Nono Guns, and now the bomb being planted by instinct. No time wasted. Oji might see someone. Yes, he does not miss. Roll back, Muji falls, and now 4v4 is where we're at.
4v4 already, make that a 3v4 as these bodies are completely dropping. 4G retreating to his spawn where Chinese finds him and says, come here, manages to drop Inopro as well before Great Joy joins them in waiting for the next round. Yo, Trinity, what is going on, guys? Who made y'all so upset? I lost one map, it's okay, it's fine. They'll still have time for a reverse sweep. We're heading into round 4 now, and the score is 2-1 in favor of Trinity. They are still planting at this point in time, and H9 still defending. And we see a bit of a mid push here from Chinese. Interesting push here. Well, it worked for him. Great Joy is finding great sadness now since he was the first blood. Inopro dropping as well, and Chinese getting put down by Devilman. Devilman dropped to a machine pistol. Michael, that is absolutely disrespectful. And Dean taking down Yuki 4G now in a 1v4. This is a worse situation than he was in the last round.
Yeah, and this one found out is a 1v4, yeah? They are still planting the bomb. They don't just ram their numbers into him. They are still going ahead to plant the bomb. Instinct, no time wasted. The man knew that, okay, yeah, 4G is the captain. He carried the hard point. Respect to the man. He was the last man standing in the last round. Yes, he did not make it work, but that doesn't mean you should underestimate it this time around. And yeah, that's it. That's him not making it work again.
3-1 now. Oh my god. Are we seeing a reverse sweep? Maybe. I'm just hoping we get to see a control game. So thank you, Trinity, for the possibility of that. But yeah, they're still on the planting side here, and it seems like H9 are gonna stick with holding down A. Only one player seems to be going towards the B bomb side. But hey, Trinity seems to like A bomb, you know, the entire team pushes. Michael peeking a different angle here with his sniper, hoping to cause some trouble. 4G also picking up a different angle here. Usually he's the one on B bomb side. And now we're back to respecting each other. Look at these teams.
You know, they always know how to get shy with each other. Isn't that true? But still, though, I gotta commend them honestly. These guys have not none of guns. They might not have started out the S&D great, right? They had the first round and somehow through the remaining 2 rounds, and now right where we at, you know, Trinity taking 2 back-to-back rounds for themselves, 4G being the last man standing, and now 5v5. The bomb is still on the side of Instinct. Hasn't planted it yet, though. They are just waiting for who will make the first move. And usually, in situations like this, we see Chinese just making a push either through mid or through the top. But now everyone is just relaxed. What is going on here?
We're all just prone on the ground, and we can see, oh, there we go, the trouble has started. Michael has started his shit yet again. Devilman dropping as well. Chinese going down. Inoko and Yuki, the last 2 standing. You know what, I'm happy to say at least it's not 4G. The man needs a rest. He just needs to lay prone in the next round and let everyone else do their work. 2v4 here as we're on the 5th round of S&D. Bomb has been planted on A side yet again, and Inopro is about to enter the absolute chaos that is waiting for him. Yuki manages to take down Michael, though, bringing it down to a 2v3, and Inopro still feeling a bit shy to peek that corner before he gets Instinct off the heady. There's one player waiting for him in shadows. Yuki gets taken down by Muji, peeking him from the side. Inopro takes down Muji, but he does not manage to clutch it for his team, and Trinity take another back-to-back round.
Well, to be fair, them losing the hard point and got them. And I think I have actually confirmed that right now. And yeah, it got to them. It's clear. 4 back-to-back rounds, and Hunt Nonogon still can't seem to find their footing. And that can be good. That really can't be good. But still, hey, let's see how this round goes. Somehow, we've seen a lot of, we've seen 7-4s. It's not new. It has happened in the S&D before. Oh, that's a 3-piece. What the heck, Yuki? What the hell, Yuki? Out of nowhere, Hunt Nonogons. They've done this before. They did this in the first round. Great Joy picked up on triple. And now Yuki went beast mode in this round. Oh my God, Hunt Nonogons. They know how to do things like this, Kijo.
That was absolutely insane. Hunt Lonergan, they're looking for revenge at this point in time. They've left Muji in a very difficult situation here. He's going up against 4G and the Devil Man himself, Odin in hand, and he does not have the bomb. This is technically the last round that Trinity have left to plant, so we're going to see a bit of a switch up after this. But yeah, let's see what Muji is going to do in this situation. He's closing in on 4G and Devilman right here. Can he manage to at least get one of them? Managed to take down 4G. Unfortunately, had the sniper in hand, and Muji now picked up the sniper. That is a deadly combination. You do not want to give Muji a sniper, chat. That's it. It's GG's.
Mm-hmm. Neither do you want to give 4G though, but now it's Devilman versus Muji. It's a 1v1. This time around, it's not 4G that's last man standing, so it might be a different outcome. If it was 4G, I would say, okay, maybe. But now, it's Muji, Odin in hand. The man is just making sure he does not make any unnecessary moves. The bomb dropped, not picked up. And right now, just waiting until that engagement comes. But then, trying to go for a plant here, a ninja plant, Muji. That might not work. And yes, it does not. Devilman picks him up and goes for the defuse. None of guns take the round.
Well, Trinity are still currently in the lead, but it looks like H9 are trying for the comeback that they so desperately need going into round 7 right now, and things have switched up. H9 are now the ones planting the bomb, and Trinity just have to sit back, relax, and defend. So hopefully, Asian 9 are hoping for their comeback. Trinity are looking to close things up and head straight into control as Muji comes in hot with a two-piece. Dean following suit gets one kill for himself, but Instinct being the first to drop there from the side of Trinity. Muji following him straight after. Well, it seems like an A push was in the plan here, but H&9 did not manage to hold on their numbers. 4G and Devilman, the terrible two, who are sorry, not terrible in a bad way. Let me correct that. They're looking to close things up here for H9. They want to catch it. They did it the last time, so they just really want to bring this round home.
Well, that's exactly what you want to do, of course, if you are holding on guns. But now Devilman and 4G, the last two men that always seem to fight. Oh, yeah, Chinese puts down Devilman, and now 4G, the last man standing. We have seen this before, almost gets taken out and almost takes out one with a close call, neither taken. And it's still a 1v3 against Dean, against Chinese, against Michael, and 4G, last man standing, waiting for a perfect chance. He sees the man still misses the shot, and Michael makes him pay for that. And Trinity are now potentially in their match point round.
Well, 5-2 in favor of Trinity, so things are definitely looking good for them. I think H9 used up all their strength in that hardpoint game, but maybe respawns is just where they shine. So if things keep going the way that they're going, we might see a control, yay. But speaking of, H9 are still the ones planting. Great Joy, again, finding great sadness. Guys, leave him alone. He's just trying to survive. Devilman are coming in with the two-piece, taking down Chinese and Dean. Quick little two-piece there for him. Bomb is going down on A site. And still over a minute left on the clock, but that drops as soon as the bomb is planted, and now we're in a 4v3.
4v3 is gonna be, and now since the man slides through, and QQ almost falls, and somehow outplays Devilman. And now it's a 3v3. They have tied numbers, so Michael puts down UK, puts down 4G, and that's one member left. Proceeds, the man slides through, and Instinct outplays him again. And of course, Trinity are not playing in S&D as they take round 8. Round 9 is where we're gonna be potentially the final round.
Well, this is match point here for Trinity. If they can bag this round, they win the S&D. We're playing until 7, so Trinity looking to close up shop on this S&D match. They just want to get to standoff, Let's just make Kijo happy for once on stream, guys. Michael doing absolutely well, carrying the team here with his sniper. Muji leading with 10 kills, but Devilman starting things off by picking off Instinct as his first pick off the potentially last round. 4v5 here, and everyone's holding their respective angles and being quite respectful. Michael being another to drop, Dean dropping as well. Agent 9 working on their comeback.
Finish the mission. Potentially, 4 members are down already. Yuki already puts down Chinese. That's an instigator down right there. And now the bomb being planted by Yuki. No time wasted. They know it's only Muji, but Muji is deadly with that sniper. The man is moving like Nigerian Mike Tyson. I know you want to be like the Rocks, but still holding in hand. So that's it. Oh, catches the man pro. Then you know pro force. That can't be good. 1v3 now. And the man is starting to look like he might actually make this clutch work. It goes in again, hopefully to put another down. Now Muji holding in hand. The man is just waiting for someone to potentially run into, or someone to run into him. And now 1v3, and Muji will fall. Greatjoy puts him down. No time. That's gonna be 6-3. And of course, well, to be honest, he did try, right? One member down, and there was 3 left. It wasn't exactly easy to pull up a clutch like that. But hey, hopefully this is their final round.
Well, we're at match point again. Trinity did not manage to close things up there. Muji was left in a 1v3. And the back shots that nobody expected from bottom archers. 4G starting things off by taking off Dean. An important kill there for the side of H9 as they start things off. First blood, H9 are still the ones planting. But they've only managed to plant the bomb once so far. Michael trying to get a shot through the smoke, but none of his shots are connecting. H9 pushing fully on B side. Muji takes down Greatjoy, and Michael dropping to Inopro. The well-deserved revenge that H9 needed after what Michael has put them through tonight. 4G trying to connect a shot there. Inopro dropping to Instinct, and we're ready to 2v3 in favor of Trinity.
My goodness, he does not let him go. Instinct finds 4G, and now numbers dropped. What the heck? Fights to Muji, clears out the remaining numbers of Nonogons as they will go for that diffuse. Chinese diffuses the bomb to secure the win for Trinity 911 as they force out that control in a potential reverse sweep.
Well, the reverse sweep is in motion. And H9 are definitely gonna have to lock in for this control game. If they won the first respawn match, a bit shaky, just a little bit shaky on the SND, but now we're gonna combine things in control, our first and hopefully not our last control game for the night, and it's all gonna take place on standoff. So both these teams, it's a best of 3. Currently 1-1. We're gonna even things out on the classic map of standoff for control.
Yep, we're gonna even things out there, and we're gonna see who wants it more at the end. I mean, we saw the hard points at some points. We saw rotations. Nonogons were better there, but still, hey, looking at the stats here, 173 impact for Muji. We can't even deny the man deserves it. The man deserves that MVP because the man actually tried, absolutely tried. Exceptional gameplay, 13 bomb drop, and 173 impact. On the other side, Devilman gets the MVP, 133 impact. 9 bomb dropped, 6 for Yuki, Greatjoy 5. I can't understand because technically Greatjoy had an exceptional performance only in that first round where he dropped 3 at the time. That was insane. And then Yuki as well gets his own big break when he dropped 4, actually 3, I think the 4th or 5th round or something thereabout. But then, hey, this player still did well in spite of it all.
They definitely did well indeed, and I'm surprised to see Michael so low on the scoreboard, considering rank reset was just this morning, and he's in Grandmaster 5, chat. I beg. Did Michael sleep last night? Please check up on him, because that's not normal. We're all chilling in Master 1 after reset, but he's chilling there in Grandmaster 5. He needs to carry all of us to Legendary, I beg. But yeah, hopefully he can use those skills. Hopefully he's been playing a lot of respawns during rank reset because he's definitely going to need to change up strats here if he wants the reverse sweep for his team Trinity on control.
Yep, for his team Trinity on control, and that control is going to be played on standoff. So I'm looking forward to what these teams have cooked up for us tonight. We saw an impressive gameplay from Trinity. We saw a very impressive gameplay as well from the side of Nonogons. They at some point were able to delay the win of Trinity at least by 1 round. There was that too. And we saw them still trying to hang in there and trying to potentially choke Trinity in that lead they had. But Trinity said, nah, we know what you did at the hard point. We've learned from that, and we're not going to let it happen in the S&D. We're going to tough it out in control. It's a best of 3. Let's see who gets better there.
And you guys are more than welcome to leave your predictions in the chat. Let us know what you think the score is going to be. And there should be a poll up on the YouTube chat as well for who you think is going to win the control. But without picking sides, Black, who do you. Okay, you know what? Let's go with scores. Let's keep it fair. What do we think the score is going to be?
Personally, I know it's going to be close, right? Like I always say, one thing I know about hunting on guns is that these guys, they are the definition of tenacity. They are the definition of tenacity. They know if they get put down, they get up and they come back strong. We had a stream where I casted with Onaga, and we saw hunting on guns get absolutely decimated, and then we saw these guys somehow make their break and come back, and we're like, okay, what did I just watch? This Nigerian we no go green mindset, but still, hey, it's working for them. So hey, I don't have any complaints on that. But still, I want to say 3-2. Go 3-1. I want to go 3-2. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. In favor of no guns.
I was waiting for that. I knew you were going to pick a side.
Yeah, I want to say that. I want to say that. Yeah. But then, how about you though? What do you think?
Just to cause a little bit of drama, a little bit of chaos, as Cal says, we like violence. I'm going to side with Trinity here because there's a few South African players on the side of Trinity. So I'll keep with your score. I'm going to say 3-2, but in favor of Trinity. So we'll see who's right. I'll leave my OP in the chat. Don't worry.
So technically we're both being patriotic here. So it's understandable. It will be okay. You support your country, I support mine. But the game will tell us who wins it out. And now we get started there. Control on standoff. It's round 1. We get straight into the powerless. Michael draws the first blood in no pro and uneven the life count as we will see both teams stuff it out.
Both teams are definitely taking a toll here, but Trinity starting off their life advantage quite strong. Look at that, a 4 life gap already. And H9 are going to have to capture both A and B in this first round, while Trinity hold it down and try to keep them off the point as much as they can. 27 for 20 now. That gap is just getting bigger and bigger. Not a single tick has been captured, and we're going to go straight in for a listen-in on the side of Trinity.
Watch your back alley, guys.
Back alley, one spawn back. One deli, dead.
I'm back alley, no worry.
Top blue. I'm on a 10.
You see, I told you you're gonna
fry it. Fucking fuck, bro.
Don't feed you.
Guys, drop a nuke, drop. Moody porte advance UAV.
Oh, that guy low-key pissed me off, I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I couldn't even find anybody to do anything.
I was spawn dropping them. Where are we going?
Hey.
Mid tank. Nice kill. Grannies.
I'll be point.
One dead.
One on bottom, two granny guys. On the stairs, playing on the stairs. We get to get control of the granny.
One dead. They all spawn.
Dead in B.
Nice. Up red. 2 grannies, 2 farm, and 1 on B. I'm killing one. Bottom gun, in point. Going dead.
He's going to us spawn.
Alright, and we are back from those hectic comms that we all just experienced, heading into round 2 after Trinity managed to bag that first round. And I'm sure they were celebrating, but getting into that Inopro getting taken down by his own war machine in the second round, your lives are neck and neck, and only the first tick has been captured on the A flag here in favor of Trinity.
Yeah, but then the live counter in favor of one none of guns, and I say some slightly patriotic statement there, but I'm just gonna act like I did not hear that, Kijo. As we get straight to the action, no time wasted. The live counts there uneven, obviously at best. None of guns are still up there, 13-11. But then, honestly, I gotta commend Trinity Esports, yeah? They have one tick captured on the A, one tick captured on the B. They're trying to do divide, they're trying to conquer both at the same time. But hey, let's see how it works. Divide and conquer. Hopefully that works for them. But still, live count is in favor. Somehow they have taken the live count, and now 4G Greatjoy finds one, take things back again. 8-8. Live counts are tied, and that's the extra 4 to pick up 2. What the heck was that? The live counts are now closed. No more response for Noricons. Trinity, one tick locked in on the B flag, and right now things are
looking good for Trinity indeed. Black, I'm not sure if you noticed, but there were 2 seconds left on the clock there before the A flag was completely captured. So Trinity really needed to bag that one flag in order to add an extra minute on the clock. 4G holding things down here on the B flag, and his teammates Inopro not even close to B at this point in time. 2v3 here. No more respawns for both these teams. And Trinity are trying to edge into the point, but Inopro takes them out from the back, drops Chinese, but Muji finds him, and now a 1v2, and only 1 tick is captured. 18 seconds, sorry, less than 18 seconds on the clock, and 4G has fallen. Second round going to Trinity. What is happening?
Well, honestly, I don't know what to say at this point, really. It's 2-0, and on Nano Guns, come on, guys, show me the tenacity I topped the on stream. Don't make me look like I made that up. But still, that's Chinese Golden fights to Greatjoy and 4G. Another will be traded out. That's Chinese himself. Now the club finds one Yuki trying to decimate what's left of None Guns. Trinity are trying to mow them down with a claw. But no, Muji fights too. The Bread Devilman and Greatjoy. And now the live count in favor of Trinity.
Trinity are definitely, they headed into this control game looking to wrap things up. They did not take that loss in Hardpoint lightly. Instinct with his Annihilator pushing right into H9 spawn, manages to find a second there on Greatjoy, and he still has bullets in the chamber, looking for more victims. Live count now 21 for 18. H9 are currently capturing, but not a single tick on either flag has been captured. Wastes a bullet there on his Annihilator, pulls out the machine pistol because the Annihilator timed out. Michael is sniping in a respawns match, guys, on standoff. He is sniping for control, and the live count gap now increased to 10 in favor of Trinity. They have 21. H9 have now dropped to 9 lives. 8, make that 7. The numbers just keep dropping. Trinity aren't even playing OBJ at this point anymore. They're just going, they're looking for kills. They're looking for blood.
It is full on TDM at this point, like she said. And of course, no more response for Nano Guns. That's what happens when you have 18 life count against 5 and now 4. And let's just count, guys. Make that 4. And one machine on Chinese. The man is just looking for what's left. Hopefully, he doesn't commit suicide, though. He's got to be careful with that one machine. And the game is done. Trinity 9-1-1. Pull out a successful reverse sweep.
Absolutely incredible gameplay from both these teams tonight. Trinity, they didn't go down without a fight in that Hardpoint game. They kept it as close as they possibly could. We could see that they were focused on their own internal competition there with regards to the Hardpoint kills, but they definitely made a necessary comeback, a comeback that they needed in the S&D and the control game, the reverse sweep that I'm pretty sure we all saw coming.
Well, yeah, I don't know, Kicho. I don't. All right. I'll let you take this one, okay? You win this one.
Let me be patriotic. I beg. Until we see Mash Harder, that is my South African team right there. But going back to the game that was just played, let's take a look at the kills here. Instinct and Muji with the highest kills in the lobby, 23 kills each. I love how they always just share kills. Like, no, okay, you have 23 kills, let me match that. You know, the Instinct and Muji, they were in sync this entire game. 14 kills there from Chinese, 14 from Dean as well. And now look, they left Michael all in the bottom. Poor guy was just sniping the whole game, trying to have his fun, and he only ended up with 11 kills.
You know, to be fair, right, it's still higher than the second highest there on the side of H9, so it is still something. And you can see Muji with 184 impact, 78 on Pro, 14 bomb drop, tied with Chinese 14, as well as Dean 14. We're still seeing that internal competition in Trinity 911, but hey, if it works and if you got them to win, I don't have anything against it, but still. Instinct with 166 impact and 23 bomb, tied with Muji as well. Internal competition it is.
I mean, if it helps them win, it worked, it worked. Didn't work out for them in Hardpoint. They didn't use that strat in SND, but they said, you know what, let's show these boys how it's done and let's make Black eat his words as they completely annihilated H9. No offense to H9, I have great respect for the team, but Trinity wiped the floor with them. A 3-0. Black and I didn't predict this at all. We still said 3-1, 3-2. Guys, nah, they said 3-0. We done, dusted. Send the next match.
Well, see the next match indeed. But don't forget, guys, it is the league phase. So these teams are not evicted yet. Guns is not evicted yet. They're just going to face another team, but they're not going to face Trinity again. That is how the league phase works, guys. And of course, that is a shout out to our sponsor, AST, Our Sports Gaming, for bringing to us the African Pro Series league phase. Of course, we will be going on a short intermission break, and when we get back, it will be a different casters. But yeah, until then, see you soon, guys.
Oh, all right. All right. Huge shout out to Black Matter for showing up a last minute. But before we get into game two, we do want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, CODM Africa Hub. So if you're looking for a place for teammates or to improve your HUDs, your loadouts, and or just to connect with people across the African continent, then definitely check them out. You can share your loadouts, you can share your clips, find out news about meta and everything COD Mobile related. And also, huge tip, they are sponsoring the fantasy league that is attached to this tournament. So every match day there's going to be CP prizes to be won, and the first and second place prizes is 880 CP and 420 CP respectively. So please make sure you go and check out the community. We will try and get the link in the chat below. But heading straight into that, the absolute deadly lineup that is Paradox.
Vice. We there now. Definitely, like you said, the very, very destructive Paradox lineup there. You have Charisma, you have Mantra, Eeyore, 7KXN, Darox, Ruin, and of course, last but by no means the least, Device standing in. Strong man standing in for Paradox right there.
An absolutely unstoppable force, and going up against them tonight is a team from my home country and NATO Gaming. And on their side, we have Anime, we have Sway, who has just joined the tournament. He was on the transfer news if you guys were here at the beginning. We have Ray, we have Astro, we have Silver, who is also a new addition, D, and none other than King Twix. So you guys have 3 new faces, or well, rather characters, to look out for on the side of NATO Gaming. And we're going to see how they fare against the unstoppable force that is Paradox. And we're going to kick things off, oh my goodness, on Combine of all maps for Hardpoint.
Oh well, Hardpoint Combined, these are experienced team. You expect that experienced team would have maps like this. It's a very tricky map, and of course, the teams know how tricky the map is. I'm pretty sure they're going to approach it as such, and they're going to bring in their A game as the match starts in NS. You have XM4 taking out a player right there, gets taken out by a player on the other side as well. That's EDX, that's Darox on the other side with a Switchblade. Doesn't find a player, seems like he has one in his FOB, but then he gets taken out himself. It's 3-4 now. The lead is not, it's just getting established at this point in time, but then it's swaying the way of the NATO gaming side at this point.
They've definitely taken the lead with regards to OBJ time here. They have a lot of strong OBJ players on their side, as we've seen from the past matches, but now the kill feed switching up and looking all blue, and it seems like Paradox are already setting up for P2 spawn here. Twix coming in strong, gets a 2-piece of his own, but you're putting him in his place, fighting over P1. Ruin pushing into point with a Kilo 141 of all guns. I haven't seen that in for a while. Pairing up against the XM4, we had a little Superman moment there before Ray got taken down. Jumping in from top bridge, Hunter Killer Drone is set into motion as Paradox tied things up for OBJ time, neck and neck now. 16 for 16 as we head over to P2.
All right, P2 Predator missile already coming in from 7KXN. Does he find a player? Doesn't seem like it. 7KXN still standing strong. 16, 18, 16, 21 right now. Make it so 21 is for NATO Gaming side, and Sparrow comes in for 7KXN as well. Doesn't seem to find a player. 7KXN, Kilo 141. Does he find a player?
I'm not sure what's happening here for spawns, but it seems like Paradox are still fighting for it. NATO Gaming spawning in front of P2 right now as they struggle to find their way in. Ruin completely annihilating them before Twix puts him down. Derox breaking into point with his switchblade of all guns. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more VMPs, but the XM4 still going strong. Derox with a 4-piece there, trying to make that a 5, but Ruin stealing that kill from right under his nose. Paradox taking the lead here, 45 in counting, as NATO Gaming are stuck on 31. Point is currently empty. Then it's contested, and Paradox go in for those last few seconds of scrap time. Rotations already being made, as you can see from the mini-map. NATO Gaming have set up shop on P3. Anime gets taken down. Charisma coming through with his equals. Smoke not able to stop him, and it seems like Ray's Sparrow stopped him in his tracks though. Ruin taking down Ray with his War Machine, Death Machine out now for the Rocks, finding a 4-piece, absolutely delectable from his part as he gets taken down by Silver.
Kell gets taken down there. We're back onto Ruin, who gets taken down himself, but then Paradox seems to be exerting the dominance that was presumed earlier because they are leading at this point. That 7KXN there getting taken back. Contest seems to be coming really back and forth at this point, but then Paradox seems to be pushing the lead as easily as they can, taking it very slow. That's Darox getting taken out right there in that spawn trap position. 7KXN moving into position, gets a player out, seems to try to get another one. Does he find another? No, he gets taken down himself. The NATO Gaming side and not taking it easy at all. Anime get taken out, Anime style there. 78-39 is at as the lead gets pushed further and further away. We have EO already standing in, trying to make sure that they have total control of the next kill right there before he gets taken down himself. 82-42 it is, but Paradox still leading and comfortably, if I may say that at this point.
That is over a 40-second lead on the scoreboard there right now, and Endure coming in with another 3-piece, make that a 4. Paradox players are absolutely hungry tonight, and they are feasting on the entire team of NATO Gaming. Charisma holding down point. Seeing him playing OBJ is a bit out of the ordinary for him, but glad to see it. 7Ken with the Sparrow in hand finds 3 as EOR's Hunter Killer Drone manages to make it onto the scoreboard as well. Kill feed is looking all blue, and Paradox are showing no mercy here to the players from NATO Gaming. Charisma with his equals yet again. This guy is absolutely unstoppable. EOR with his claw in hand finds a 3-piece, and Charisma is struggling to find kills with his operator in his hand right now. Over 120 for Paradox. Death Machine in hand. Your NATO is fighting back. They are not going down without a fight. Seems like Sway is holding it down though, manages to find a 3-piece there as we have rotated all the way back to P1, and NATO Gaming close in on that 50-point lead.
Of course, they're there, but then it seems to be the cost of Sisyphus right now, because it's going to be a very uphill task for the NATO Gaming side, because Paradox are not letting that happen, letting that happen easy at all. That's EO, moving into position, finds a player up there, is able to take him out. It seems like it does that. And you have Switch on the other side trying to, force that contest, but then it gets taken out by EO as well. EO has that OBJ in hand, is the master of the objective at this point with the capture, but then it gets taken out. On the other side, Darox comes in. Darox gets taken out by Anime with the boxing glove right there. At this point, you have to use anything that you can, every form of weapon that you can find. That's NATO Ruin there with a machine gun pistol. It doesn't seem like it finds anyone, but then they're able to find their way into the OBJ right there, try to just sort of get 1 or 2 points. Doesn't seem like it's going to be any remarkable point at this the position that they're in right now. They have to really fight, force themselves all the way through. Paradox was that coming in. Darox, yep.
Sorry, heading on to P2 side here as Paradox close in on their 150-point mark. And it seems like we're going to have a listen in on the side of NATO here as Dry just confirms a 4-piece with his Sparrow.
Okay.
They're coming from orange.
10.
Sparrow.
2 point.
Coming.
1 deep coming.
Deep got me.
1 orange. Orange dead.
Company.
1 orange.
Oh, there's 2 orange.
He won what? He's pushing on.
Water one
Must down
shot.
all.
We went cave.
One bridge.
Orange.
One outside
T1.
window.
I spawned out.
That's one deep.
One shot in point, one shot.
Let's push together. Nice. Watch out window. One's pushing white.
One low. One more
Yeah,
wide.
both of
There's a
them.
claw in room.
Low window.
Loaded. Go stop.
Yeah,
Coming.
equals in point.
Trophy.
Trophy.
Go
Your
Predator.
glass are white. It's pushing deep.
Bro,
One
this
in P1.
this three.
1v1.
2 point now.
One white. Wait.
Bro, I'm getting shot.
One more white.
Bro.
One more white.
Go me.
White dead.
Good. Top.
Get this
We got
clip.
me.
All this
Top
clip.
is dead. One
Nice.
wind
One window.
All right, we are back from those hopefully incredible fallouts that we had, but you can see that the pressure is on here. NATO Gaming have just made it past that 100-point mark, but all hope is not lost unless you're on the other end of Ruin's war machine, where he is completely blocking NATO from entering P4. Paradox already passed that 200-point mark, and they're looking to close things off here on P4. That's if they can even get into the points right now.
Of course, Ruin doesn't seem like he's going to let that happen, because it seems to be ruining all their plans at this point. Predator missile comes in for the man, and it seems like all operator skills are locked in. You see Sparrow coming in right there. This is the point where you unleash everything that you have. But then Paradox still sitting comfortably on that 200 mark, 224 right now. Make it so. XM4 coming through for NATO's side, and go all the way to 7K XN with a Kilo 1-4, and also coming through. Doesn't find any player, but then they have objective. That's also very important. Try to push the lead, make sure that no contest is coming through. Finds a player, finds another one on the other side. Still has that OBJ tightly locked in for him. 237, 106. It is the man with a Kilo 141 all the way. Seems to be holding it strongly for the Paradox. Gaming side. Yeah, 7K XN comes in with the Sparrow. Make sure that no context comes through. Cluster point for the Paradox PDX side. 244, 110 is right now. And the context coming through back and forth. But then there's no way that the NATO side seems to, they're going to have it at this point, because it's 246 right now. And you just have just less than 1 point to close it at this point. And yeah, that's it. Paradox takes it home after that very intense one right there, and it seems very yeah. Okay, it's actually very oh.
An absolutely incredible win there on the side of Paradox as they bring things home with regards to the hard point. But NATO did not go down without a fight. They managed to cross the 100-point mark, which is more than a lot of the other teams in this tournament can say. So they definitely put up an incredible fight, and maybe things will work in their favor with regards to search and destroy on firing range of all maps. So that is definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, honestly, I feel that if they're putting more fight, when the match started, they probably would have been able to, do something right there, because somehow the heat sort of came in at the middle of the match where the lead was already very enormous, and the comeback was almost looking impossible. In fact, was impossible, because it ended at the point where they couldn't get a comeback at all. So 250, 111, you can see the match details right there with Eeyore making sure that, no contest come through in that OBJ. Of course, you see him there with OBJ time 118. It is an impact of 199. It seems the highest there is 7K XN, but impact for Eeyore is 199, almost 200. And you have Charisma following closely behind, and Ruin, of course, with that deadly war machine, making sure that nobody comes through that OBJ. And last but by no means the least, again, Darox, 36 kill, 156 and OBJ time, and 196 following EO closely behind.
And even though Darox was the bottom fragger for Paradox, he still had more kills than the highest player from NATO Gaming. So if that just shows you the level of indifference between these two teams right now, I'm not even sure if this was a fair matchup. Like, guys, pray for NATO at this point, because if I was them, I'd be crying myself to sleep after that Hardpoint game. That was absolutely not fair at all.
Anyways, you've heard it, NATO Gaming. That's a challenge. Hoping that we're able to see NATO Gaming come back at firing range, search and destroy, because that will be the next match. Firing range, search and destroy. I hope they'll be able to go ahead and show us what NATO Gaming is made of. They're able to climb the 100 mark. I didn't think that was going to happen with the way they were playing earlier, but somehow they were able to force themselves through. That's a tenacity, that a competition at this level, demands, and they were able to, pull through at the middle. If they, like I said earlier, if they brought that force earlier, they would probably be able to climb the 200. But who knows? Maybe force a win. Can always happen in a
Definitely, I can see that Onaga is following my patriotic behavior and backing NATO Gaming, but going up against Paradox is going to be, it's not a dream come true. That's a nightmare. A 5-stack of PDX players. Absolute nightmare to go up against. I would be absolutely shaking. I would be scared. But just don't let them intimidate you. It's all a game at the end of the day. And we can see that NATO didn't go down without a fight. They all had above the 20 kill mark, which is absolutely incredible. And going straight into the SNB now, NATO are going to be planting the bomb. They're going to be attacking for our first 6 rounds. And Paradox, they're going to take a chill defense. They're just going to relax. Unless they want some chaos, they want some violence. They're just going to go for the kills. But let's see how things start off.
Of course, it seems to be starting off really quiet, because both sides are respecting each other. I think that respect will end soon. We have Rai there. FOB open, doesn't find any player. They have sniper scopes back and forth. They don't find any player. Sips one goes down there on the stock. Seems like our NATO Gaming finally finding their foot into the threshold. One player down there, make it a 2v3. At this point, NATO Gaming is going to go ahead for the plant and all the way to a 1v3. NATO Gaming seems to be doing very good. That's Darok on the other side trying to find out. Whoa, Bag's able to find it. Finds a player. How? It was very slim, but he was able to find a player there anyways. He's the only man left for the PDX side. He's able to do it for the team. A lot of boxing going back and forth. Darox.
Absolutely incredible from him. It's a 1v1 now. Sway and Darox going at it. PKM versus XM4/VMP. And of course, XM4 going to come out on top. NATO Gaming taking the first round, put Paradox in their place, and gave Darox a run for his money. 3 kills that round. Let's hope he finds more with not his boxing gloves. But we're heading straight into round 2. NATO Gaming obviously still planting, and it seems like they're a bit scattered on where to go right now. Holding down bottom wood side, possibly going for a B push, as we can see Bomb heading that way with player number 5, which is Astro. We're holding down mid here as well, and Paradox taking their usual position, the usual formation, in order to hold things down.
Yeah, they seem to be a very disciplined team. Paradox, all the players, every time they're where they need to be. They're very strict with following the strategies, but the player got knocked down there on the side of the NATO Gaming. And I think that came from, is that Ruin there with the sniper? Make that a 5v4 right now. And that's Astro with the sniper as well. Is he able to find a player? It's going to be looking out for those wall bangs. Hopefully that comes through for him, but then a player is there. It seems that's Darox. Wait, of course, it's going to go ahead and take him down. It takes him down. The player on the other side has to be very respectful, very careful right now. He has a sniper. You don't want to be facing off that high power on the other side. He gets taken down. NATO Gaming decimated, and 5 players still standing for the Paradox side. Makes it a level playing field now. 1-1 is as we go into 10 round.
It seems the three-piece in the first round for Durox wasn't enough. The dude was still hungry.
Still hungry.
He went in for a four-piece in the second. From him in this round, if he's still hungry, but double kills there. I blinked, guys. This is why you can't blink in an S&D game. Absolutely insane. Blink of an eye and the round goes to Paradox. We're heading straight into round 4. And they're not giving the casters a chance to breathe here.
What kind of magic was that? Well, anyways, XM4! XM4, no player down yet. That's what you're going to Dara still in the usual position, but it's like his disadvantage this time. He gets taken out, his red is going out. And that brings us to a 4v5 right now in favor of the NATO gaming side. The first time, it seems like they have more player counts, but then they get taken out right there. Makes it level 4 in terms of player count. Make it a 3-4 now, all the way to 2-3. They're not letting you call it. It's so swift, it's so fast. Before you can blink, it's gone. All the way to a 2-2 and to a 2-0 in favor of Paradox again.
Nah, you guys thought Hardpoint was chaotic and quick and full of violence. One round of S&D, over and done with in less than 20 seconds. We don't even get to say the names, and they're just dead. They're dropping like flies. Paradox, this is a warm-up for them. I'm not even sure what's happening. Smoke is thrown now in mid, round 5, second last round for NATO to plant the bomb. I don't even think they've had a chance to plant the bomb at this point in time, but they're going to try. They've lost one member, their first body to drop, make that the second body to drop, and already a 3v5 here, and Durox is still alive. That's deadly. It's GG's in the chat.
Oh my days, uphill task it is for NATO game inside. You have Tweaks on the other side. It would have been lucky if we find a player, but then he was facing off Ruin, another very deadly player on the Paradox game inside. We'll go back to Rai with the car. The L car doesn't find a player. Go back to Tweaks. No player on the other side. They pretty much know that it's there. They're going to find a way to, sort of re-strategize, move away. Tweaks still trying his luck. Trying to be respectful all the way to Sway. On the other side, he gets taken down before he can even aim. Rai.
That is absolutely insane. Ray now stuck in a 1v5, and all the players from Paradox are chasing him. They're hunting him down for that last kill. They don't care. These are your teammates, guys. Hold on. He's just one person.
Oh.
That is not even fair. He only manages to take down 2. He's not going down alone. He said, if I'm going down, y'all are going down with me. And so they finally managed to put him down. 4 rounds back-to-back for Paradox here. NATO Gaming having a slight taste of victory. They had a crumb of victory. They took 1 round, and Paradox said, you know what, that's enough. Y'all can sit down now. Y'all can relax. And Ray is saying no, he takes down Durox quickly. Twix taking down 10 before the round even started at this point. And now 4v5 in favor of NATO Gaming.
Yeah, good. 4v5 in favor of NATO Gaming. I was feeling weak earlier, but somehow I find my strength. Astro going to plant there and make it a 3v2, still in favor of NATO Gaming. Is it the round where they finally, find their foot, find their voice, find their fingers, find their skill, and come back into the game? You have Ruin there, the player on the other side. Doesn't find a player, finds another player. That's Astro on the other side of that scope. And no.
Absolutely insane here. NATO Gaming managed to bag a second round, so yeah, definitely not going down without a fight. They do not want to be taken for granted. Maybe Paradox was thinking, nah, this is an easy win, but NATO Gaming coming through. We had Dry coming in with a 2-piece there, and one of them was Durox that he managed to take down. A very vital kill. Astro being the first to drop here on the side of NATO, and Bomb is already going down. Durox is wasting no time. That is already on the 10-kill mark, and now he's going for that extra 100 points with regards to the plant. We were in a 3v5 here, and now the numbers have dropped. 2v5. Paradox are absolutely merciless here against NATO.
Well, I was said earlier, it's not surprising. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were rooting, Kijo is rooting for Paradox. Right now, I can't find my voice. But anyway, make that a 4v2. Still in favor of Paradox anyway. We have a NATO Gaming player on the side. He's not able to find anyone before he gets taken down. if just 2 rounds to close this, will NATO games like this, trying to, force that magic to come through? Let's see the abracadabra moment right there, Kijo.
Well, we're definitely hoping for it if you are backing NATO Gaming, but if you picked any of the 5 players from Paradox for your fantasy league, things are looking good. Things started off good, and now we're already in a 4-4 situation here. Ruin with his sniper in hand, possibly the best sniper on the Paradox team, as Darox gets taken down yet again. Someone please check up on him. He's going to the same spots. It's a bit predictable right now. We have Paradox with the bomb in hand, 7ken holding it down, 3v4. Can they manage to take out a few more members of NATO and plant the bomb, as they are the ones attacking for these following rounds? Ruin manages to get a hit marker there, cannot confirm the kill. He's going to need that kill in order to equalize things here. Smoke is thrown, his vision is completely blurred, and we're pushing through the smoke right now. Oh, seems like one snipe connected there. We're already in a 4v2. NATO Gaming fighting for that comeback. 1v3, and absolutely incredible snipes there from Ruin as he manages to equalize it almost 1v2. He can take on the last 2 players if he connects his shots. No more hit markers here. He doesn't want to tickle the players. He wants the bullet to go straight through them, confirm the kill. Doesn't have the bomb though here, and time is not on his side.
Connect that makes that a 1v1. It is giving to the man. Ruin 1v1 up against Sway there. What's going to happen? Sway has very careful right here. Pretty much knows. Yeah, it's going to go in for the blank story. Knows where he is, and he takes him out before he can do anything. You're giving out information there, but anyways, W Ruin there. I thought he was going to go ahead, for that kill instead. But then it chose to go for the plan. But anyways, you never know what's in the mind of the players as we go into the 9th round.
Forget a ninja defuse. That was a ninja kill. Sway was hiding around the corner, but heading into the 9th round, you're starting things off very chaotically. Throws a grenade and takes out Quick, sends him right back to the next round, down to a 4v5, and numbers are not looking good here for NATO, which is not the position they want to be in right now. Darok's the one carrying the bomb here for Paradox, and it doesn't seem like they've made up their mind. They're kind of scattered all over the place. NATO Gaming pushing up into their spawn. I'm not sure if that's the best move right now. But Astro manages to find one, finds 2 right in their spawn. I will just keep quiet and shut up because I clearly don't know what I'm joking about. Astro holding things down here for NATO, pushes right back to get the help of his teammates, and the numbers have flipped 3v4 in favor of NATO.
Yeah, 3v4 in favor of NATO. It seems like they're friendly fighting their foot in the door. But anything can always happen, especially in a match like this. You have Ruin with the sniper, especially when you have Ruin still standing with their sniper. Doesn't find a player. Hit marker seems to be a night of hit marker. As for Ruin's snipes, make that a 3v3. On this side, that's Daryl finding a play on the other side, brings it down to a 3v2. Daryl still standing. Hit marker is able to find a player. No, he gets sent packing. Make that a 2v1 right now. 2v1. They're going to try to hunt that player down. Sorry. They're going to try to hunt that player down, do everything that they can to make sure that that player goes down, Kijo.
Absolutely insane. They were just chilling in corners. Charisma looked like he was taking a break there, but instead he got baited. He peeked that corner and he just dropped. 7ken said, nah, I got this. Don't worry. He'll back him up. And now Charisma coming through with the shotgun. They're not even taking this seriously anymore. I beg, match point here for Paradox. NATO Gaming have 3 rounds on the board, and Paradox still the ones planting. Can they finish the game off here? Finish the series off here for them, as they have already won the Hardpoint game. Chaos has already begun. Astro dropping EU early off in the game. A 2-piece reverse kill coming in there for the side of Paradox, and the numbers have dropped for NATO once again. 3v4 in favor of Paradox. Bomb has been planted on A side, and now the real chaos begins.
Well, it's been a night of chaos especially for the NATO Gaming side, and before I can even and open my mouth.
That is absolutely insane. You guys didn't get to listen in while we were on break, but the casters kind of predicted how long these two games would take. Since it's a best of three, you know, you need to, oh, well, just best out of three, you need to win two games. So we predicted how long it would take for these matches to get done. And, Lack, if you're watching, you were wrong. It didn't take 10 minutes, right? But it didn't take 20. That's the sad part. We're kind of sad about that. But I mean, hey guys, Paradox, they're here to win. NATO were here to win as well. They are not out of the tournament. Remember, all these teams are going to be versing the other teams throughout the rest of the Pro Series, so it's not the end of the road. They hit a little pothole. You know, we have a lot of potholes in South Africa. This is a little tiny pothole for NATO Gaming. Well, a big pothole ditch, guys. They did not see this giant ditch in the middle of the road. That is Paradox. But it's fine. The rest of the journey should be smooth sailing, hopefully, with the coming lineups. But that is game two done and dusted for tonight. All right, welcome back, guys. We are technically halfway through the night. Game 1, Trinity take home the win. Game 2 goes to Paradox. And now we're heading into Game 3, Cyclone versus Cyrix Sierra 7. What are our predictions for this?
Oh, well, I have seen Cyclone play before, and I know Series 7 very well. I expect that this is going to be very, very tough. Series 7 is one team that I sort of have like a bias for. So somehow I'm going to be leaning towards Series 7. These are top dogs, yeah? These are two top dogs. So I'm going to be leaning towards Series 7 tonight, Brother Mikijo. I see you smiling.
I'm sticking with the patriotic vibe. I've been supporting South African players and teams throughout the night, and Cyclone is definitely not a force to be reckoned with. They are South African through and through.
True.
So we're definitely gonna have a bit of a fight between us here, Onaga, but not as bad, not as hectic as the fights that is gonna happen on takeoff. We'll be playing Hardpoint. Blue side is going to be Cyclone Gaming, and yellow side Sierra 7 as we head straight into P1. Then yellow starting things off strong with a 2-piece there, VMP in hand as they take control over P1. Point is now contested. Life just praying through the smoke right now as he switches. Oh, he gets taken down by Simpsy with his own 2-piece there. Hacks coming through, taking down Simpsy as well. Virus throwing nades before he enters the point and manages to take down Nandi. And Smoke is, I don't know how any of these players can see what's happening here.
But anyways, that's what you would expect to take off a very evasive play, trying to make sure that the opponent doesn't catch you, and while you're sneaking into the, because there are very many openings, you have to be able to, you know, play very evasive, play very hidden, make sure that you are not seen. But then Cyclone Ninja there, grenade coming through, doesn't find a player, expected to find a player there, no player right there at this point. 19 it is for Cyclone, but then the lead is very, very close. You have Kane there for the Series 7 side, try to play on the other side, but then it was just Itmaka, and then he gets sent away and all the way to Fadi there. Finds a 2-piece, 2 players there, went down to Fadi 21 and 20, but somehow, I don't know how the Cyclone side seems to be pushing the lead inches and inches away, but then we're at P2 right now and seems to be in the hands of the Cyclone gaming side, all the way from South Africa.
They're definitely holding it down as Simpsy managed to get a 6 multi-kill streak there Life not managing to jump into the window where he's definitely needed, and Daniello coming in with another strong two-piece with his VMP in hand. Cyclone Gaming definitely have the advantage right now, but not before 0-7 jump into the point and Life holding it down like his life depends on it. He was currently the only player in point before his teammates came to back him up, and he can finally push out. Ninja coming in strong with a three-piece. This is his first game with Cyclone Gaming in the African Pro Series tournament, so he definitely has to make a name for himself and prove that that transfer was absolutely worth the switch of leaving NATO Gaming behind. Since he's still going strong as we move on to T3 now, he manages to find 3 kills and the operators are out on the side of Cyclone Gaming. Daniello with his War Machine, but Virus countering that with his equalizers in hand. Still has it. He has a 4-piece there, but Logan managing to take him out of the Death Machine. Ninja coming in through with a Sparrows, managing to clear the point, but point is contested. Pain wreaking havoc over here on P3 as he absolutely sprays through the smoke with his Death Machine. Managed to only find 2 kills there, and he's trying to clear it out, but Cyclone Gaming are not a force to be reckoned with. They're pushing through the point. General Fardy breaking through now as the points get closer and closer, and Cyclone Gaming try to play catch up.
Yeah, Cyclone Gaming definitely playing catch up at this point, but Ninja seems to be in control, playing like a ninja right there, ensuring that no player comes through for that contest. But then contest comes in, Cyclone Gaming 63 and 60 it is. But then the Series 7 side would not let that happen. They're very aggressive side, if you know this player. Then we're on to Daniello right there, going for that fun trap. Doesn't find any player on the other side, playing through the smoke, gets taken down himself. Go all the way back to Nundi. Nundi back here doesn't find a player, playing very sneaky, just going from opening to opening, trying to see that they can find a player, but then it gets sent away. Fadi comes in for Sierra 7, XM4 shooting through the smoke, doesn't find any player. Hitmarker back and forth, he gets sent back in himself, but then somehow they seem to be pushing the lead. Hacks on the other side with the Vortex, gets a player taken down. XM4 comes in for him, but then that machine, oh sorry, that's a Claw. Claw from Simsy sends a player away, sends another one away, making sure that no player comes through there. Finds another one, takes him down as well. The man seems to be having a very swell time with that Claw, but then that time runs out in the Claw. We have all the way to Ninja now. He doesn't find any player, but then they have OBJ. They're gonna sit tight for a while and see how they can push, the lead farther and farther away. They're now onto the 100 mark, 181 lead right now, and Cyclone Gaming seem to be back in the game.
Back in the game indeed, as they take the lead and we head right over back to P1 side. It almost seems like these teams are so neck and neck with this first half of the match. It almost seems like they're sharing the OBJ time as if they're sharing custody of a child. And now Daniello gets taken down by Life over here. Logan dropping to him as well. A nice little 2-piece sneaking its way into the kill feed there. No one was on P1 for the first half of it, but it seems like Sierra 7 are like, oh wait, crap guys, we need to play OBJ. We have to catch up to Cyclone Gaming. We're past their 100-point mark. Nandi trying to hold down point over here to keep Sierra 7 off of it, and he seems to be getting the job done. 111 to Cyclone Gaming. Point is contested. Hacks holding it down until his teammates get there for backup. Shoots Daniello in the back, and the point is contested once again. We're heading into scrap time here for P1, and it seems like Sierra 7 are going to try and place the scrap here on P2, but some of the Cyclone Gaming players have already set up top shop, and Simsy playing for scraps there last few seconds, shooting blanks on the wall. I'm not sure what's happening there. He can smell a player above him. Ninja now coming in a 2-piece with his Sparrow in hand, trying to keep 0-7 off of point, and he is getting the job done. Payne sneaking his way through, but Hunter Killer Drone manages to find him as revenge. Nandi gonna come through now with his equalizers in hand, manages to find one, but he's taken the wrong route over here. We're gonna go straight in to a quick listen to see what's happening with Sierra 7.
Right.
Just I'm ticket.
Super P1, super P1.
Guys, don't push your ticket. Check your flag.
From stairs.
Oh, there is.
One ticket, guys. Ticket, behind. One double
Tickets go me. Ah.
Come on point.
Goodness.
They are on you. Guys, one red. There are three on you. One is blue. One is top blue. One is capital blue. One is capital blue.
Nice, they got me out.
He's outside blue. He's outside blue. He's outside blue. He's in blue now. He's bottom blue.
Hey, there's one top red.
That one
I
machine.
don't want top red.
Please stop.
Trophy.
Jenny. Shoot up. Three Jenny, shoot
I don't want
up.
top red.
Push out.
I can't find him.
Dem is still there. Nice. We have a good spawn.
Long side.
That's pretty deep. That's funny. That's funny.
2 points. 2 came from top.
Come on top. He's on top. He's still top.
One.
Last. Guys.
All right, and we are back from the behind-the-scenes chaos, and we can see that Cyclone Gaming closing in on that 180-point mark, leaving Sierra 7 still under 120. I'm pretty sure they need to do something about those comms because Daniello is absolutely firing his way through some of the members of Sierra 7 right now, constantly getting 2 pieces here, but it is working for them. Sparrow now again in the hands of Ninja, while Nandi takes down Hacks behind the scenes, and Daniello with his Hunter Killer drone out in the play manages to find Payne yet again. It almost seems like Payne has a death wish, and Hunter Killer drone is always headed for him. Simply now holding down point as well. 30 seconds left on P3 over here, and Cyclone have passed that 200-point mark, leaving Sierra 7 well behind in the dust.
Yeah, of course, you can hear the agitation from the listening earlier. You know, they know that they're playing catch-up almost every time they are having to play catch-up, and that's not very good for a team at this point. And then you know also that C1, P1 is not where you want to go, and build points. And it seems like that's the only time that they seem to have, that advantage. P2 is where Cyclone Gaming seems to have all the energy, and they seem to have been rocking it so far. But then we're on to Live. Live seems to be holding this game with everything that is got. With all is Live right now, but then his Live gets taken out right there by Ninja, and all the way back to P1. They have P1 right now. Ninja seems to be holding sway. P1 is getting shots from left, right, and center. He gets taken out. Daniello comes in with a war machine, finds a player. Now they have P1 in turtle control, 215, 138. It doesn't seem like the Sierra 7 side are going to be coming with any answer. It seems like we have a little bit of answer right there from Live, but then it gets sent back in by Nondi, and Nondi finds another player as well, and the player comes through, but no, that's Live. Live sends him away and gives Live back to the Sierra 7 side before he gets sent back in by Logan all the way back to Ninja. Again, Ninja seems to be holding the OBJ. Everything that he got, playing like a ninja. Definitely Fadi comes in with War Machine, but then War Machine is not able to do the job. Since he comes in, clears him away. 236, 141. Cyclone seems to be sweeping them away. This is actually a real life Cyclone sweeping out this Sierra 7 players at this point. That's how it looks. Live comes in, it gets sent away. 236, 143. Daniello still standing for P1. They're gonna find a way to, sort of just hustle their way back onto P2 to see what they can claim back there. But then players are getting sent back in left, right, and center. Ninja already here. Contest come through from the Sierra 7 side. Ninja gets sent away by Live for the claw machine. Another player comes through from the window, but then sends Live back in as well. That's Nondi. Now they have total control now. 242, 243 all the way. It's a struggle right now for the Live side. Simsy comes in, he gets sent away. They get sent away on the other side as well. That's Daniello. Contest come through from Daniello. Is able to find a player. He gets hit marker. Of course, he finds that player. He gets sent back in as well. That's Claw coming through from Virus, spreading Virus with the equalizer right here, trying to equalize the points there. But he's able to do that because it is 248. Hopefully, we're gonna get good equalization right here because they have a very long journey to go. 249 it is. Virus still standing strong for the team until Killer Drone comes through. 249 and able to get the final point, or are we going to see a 249 250? Is that possible? That will be magic if that happens. But anyway, Daniello already here, and 250 is for Cyclone. 250 172, and Cyclone takes it for takeoff at points.
insane gameplay. The way Sierra 7 were not struggling. They were succeeding in contesting P2. They were keeping Cyclone on their toes. They were inching into that point, contesting it, trying to get them out of it. But unfortunately for Onaga, Cyclone Gaming take the win here in the
Exactly.
Hardpoint game.
Unfortunately for Naga, another heartbreak again for night. Seems to be a night of heartbreak. Anyways, but then you expect that the team that is most ready will always take it. It seems like the Cyclone side was more disciplined. They knew what they wanted to do, and they went there and did what they needed to do. All right, not going there to second guess and be like, oh, what are we gonna do? They knew what they needed to do, and they did it, and it worked for them real good, especially holding that P2. They knew that P1, there were openings all around, and definitely shots will be coming. But then it felt like, from where I saw it, it felt like, just make sure that you contest P1 and hold P2 as strong as you can. Make sure that you milk P2, and they did it over and over again, and it worked for them. Anyways, 250, 172 it is. But then we're going to firing range, bread and butter, search and destroy. Are we going to be seeing those 5D snipes? But then don't forget, Nondi is also there as well. Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing beautiful snipes.
Absolutely. We're definitely in for a wild ride when it comes to S&D, because Cyclone Gaming, like their name suggests, creates an absolute whirlwind on any single map that they play. So maybe they can take it home here, take the second map, and unfortunately Kijo doesn't get to see a control, but I should be satisfied. I saw one already. But maybe Series 7, with Onaga on their side, are hoping for a reverse sweep.
Yeah, Kijo sounds very, very confident. Will Sierra 7 be able to break that confidence tonight? I hope they can, especially for their sake and for their name. But then we know that Cyclone Gaming, they've been like that since the start of the series. 2-0s all the way. So yeah, are we going to be seeing another 2-0 tonight? But then, like I said, for the sake of Sierra 7 and the sake of the players that are there, I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and put up a fight in S&D to push the game to another control. We've not seen control since. We've seen one control. Since the series started, we're just seeing control this night. Are we going to be seeing another control? Maybe that will happen, because I know players like Life is there. And of course, Fadi is there as well. They have very excellent players there for Search and Destroy. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what will happen.
Again, you guys are more than welcome to vote in the YouTube poll that has been put up, who you think is going to win the S&D. Obviously, by now, if you haven't been paying attention, Onaga's backing S7, I'm backing Cyclone. So let us know in chat who you guys are backing for the S&D and for the series in total. And what are our predictions, I mean, since we clearly know who we're supporting, what's the score going to be?
Oh, well,
Just putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot. For that, I really can't tell. But I'm expecting a win for Sierra 7. I think that they deserve a win to push it all the way to a control. And whatever happens at control, no problem. But then, just for the quality of players in that team and quality of team that they definitely need Search and Destroy. They need to bag that. So hopefully they'll go ahead and do that. So now at least I don't want to be heartbroken again.
We don't want Onaga crying himself to sleep, but definitely looking forward to the fourth game of the night. So yeah, maybe we can wrap things up early, and then I'll see a control in the last game. It's fine. I'm patient. It's okay.
Hopefully that confidence will be broken. Sierra 7, you have a tax in your hand now. Go ahead, accomplish it. Let's go.
When they find me, I swear, the way I am flaming them right now, when they find me, it's over for me, guys. I'm done. All right, can we take a look at the map that they will be playing S&D on one more time while we wait for these players to ready up? And if you haven't looked at it, the stats that were put up from the Hardpoint game, I'm not sure if anyone picked up on it, but from the transfer news that we saw, Ninja was recently transferred to Cyclone Gaming from NATO. And I'm not sure about you guys, but in my opinion, he didn't exactly perform Like, no vex, I'm not flaming the guy, but everyone else in his team had above 40 kills. Sumsy closing in on 60 kills, just too short. He was at 58, and Ninja at the bottom with 34. I'm not sure how that looks in terms of the recent transfer that was made.
Oh well, it's always 50-50 with these transfers, especially when a team understands that, they just got this player, they're definitely going to be putting in, counters as well. It's always, strikes and counter strikes. So when you have a player and the other players, they've seen them play before, they know their weaknesses, and they're going to be putting in strategies to ensure that that player doesn't shine. If you bring Messi to my team, for instance, everybody's going to say, oh, look, that's Messi. Make sure that Messi doesn't shine tonight. Defenders, make sure that you hold this guy down, So a lot of times it's always 50-50 with, new transfers like that. So that didn't go so well for them. I'm pretty sure they would have wanted it to go the other way around. But anyways, we're going to be going to S&D firing range. I think the players are set now.
Well, we're waiting for them. Hopefully they're not doing a quick lobby reset, spilling the ancestral wine, as Cal likes to say. Guys, I just miss Cal. I keep talking about him. Black shouted me about it earlier. I keep talking about Cal when he's not here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the live misses him as well. A lot of people.
Did you tell him you miss him?
I'm pretty sure I said it in the stream.
You're not sure.
It's fine. It's Cal. We all miss Cal. Come on, he's such an inspiration to all of us, guys.
Of course
Put him
he
in
is.
Sierra 7 and watch. They'll take down Cyclone Gaming. I'm calling it. Put Cal in Sierra 7. Put Cal. He can go up against Paradox. He'll 1v5 Paradox.
I
He won't
know.
win, but he'll do it.
Yes,
He'll do it.
he'll take on everybody, but he won't win. Cal, are you
He'll go
hearing
into it
this?
confidently.
Anyway. Okay, the players will still getting set. That's what happens. You have to do, their checks and final checks. Make sure that the players, especially the Sierra 7 side, make sure the players that they're, fielding players that are going to, sort of go ahead and give them the turnaround that they need this time, because they actually do need a very, very heavy turnaround, especially facing a team like Cyclone. The name Cyclone, you know what Cyclone is? Natural disaster. And they have to go ahead and show what Sierra 7 is made of here tonight. Hopefully they're gonna go ahead and do that. I would love to see that. Honestly, I'd love to see like a turnaround so we can go to the third match, especially for them. For them. I said it earlier, I have a bias for this team. Somehow I just love them. I love the players. So yeah, let's see what they're gonna go ahead and do as we wait.
Well, that's how I feel about Cyclone Gaming. So
As
definitely,
well?
it's not Sierra 7 versus Cyclone for you guys. It's another versus Kijo. So let me know who you guys are backing in the chat. And also, if you guys noticed the pinned comment, if you haven't already, where have you been? Honestly, where have you been? It's been like over a week now. Go create your fantasy team. You are given 100 credits on the ASG website. Go create your own fantasy team with the players that are taking part in this tournament, and see if you stand a chance to win either the first or second place prize, where the CP are up for grabs, sponsored by CODM Africa Hub. And who knows, maybe I'll beat Onaga twice tonight,
Well, I'm already, when you're losing, you can't really say much. You just sit tight and wait and hope. I'm in that position where I'm actually just hoping that Sierra 7 are going to go ahead and show me that turnaround that I expect. But then, who doesn't love free CP? I love free CP. Everybody loves to get free CP. So yeah, make sure you're following the instructions as Kijo have said, and win yourself some CP. 880 CP, it's 880 and 420 CP. That's a lot of CP, and especially for those that are very lucky, not like me anyways. I'm usually very unlucky with those draws. Some persons just go one spin and they get everything, they get gone and stuff. And you see us, we're doing like 10 spins and we're getting spray paints and emotes and stuff. But anyways, make sure you are grabbing those free CPs, courtesy of the sponsors tonight, as we wait for Cyclone and Sierra 7 will be happening at fine range, and it's going to be search and destroy. Who will be destroyed tonight? Would it be Sierra 7 or would it be Cyclone?
I'm glad you said Sierra 7 first, because yes, they will be destroyed. I am calling it. No, my god, he looked like he was going to cry. I'm kidding. I want to see control. Guys, if you'll know me by now, I would love to see control. So for the sake of Onaga's happiness and his sanity,
Please.
yes, Sierra 7 will win the SMB. And then Cyclone will win the control. Amen. Amen in chat.
I think it's more for the sake of entertainment. Let me mask it so it doesn't seem so personal. For the sake of entertainment, everyone wants to see an entertaining game. Like, oh, seriously, everyone's able to go ahead and pull it and then push all the way to a control. We didn't expect to see control. Everybody goes back to that. We don't expect to see that someone's going to do. That's what I expected. That kind of drama is what we're expecting, especially in tournaments like this. It's the African Pro Series. Except you're going to say that Sierra 7 are no longer pro. No, you can't say that.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that. They are a strong team. Please do not get me wrong. Just because I'm glazing Cyclone doesn't mean that I am vexing Sierra 7. I just have incredible love for this team. As you can see, they have 100% win rate.
Yeah,
How are you gonna argue with the numbers?
Honestly, you can argue with the numbers. 100% win rate, you can argue with that, man. You cannot argue with that. The numbers will always be the numbers. Regardless of sentiment, regardless of how you feel, regardless of any bias, you always have to bring the numbers, and that's what really counts as we get into S&D with Fadi there. I expected that Fadi will be wielding the sniper. Of course, he does. Pin also there, of course, with the marksman rifle. And you have Danielo on the other side already sending shots there, not finding anybody. You have Life here with a switchblade. But then one player already down on the Sierra 7 side, make it one player on the other side too, making it level 4. It's a 3v4 right now. And you have Sierra 7 Pain, Maxman open on the other side, FOV open, finding a player. It doesn't find one. And that is Simsy sending a player packing, make it a 1v2 right now. Fadi there has a sniper open all the way to the other side. He has information there. Knows a player there, finds him, sends him away, make it a 1v1. Fadi working overtime for the Sierra 7 side. Up against Logan. It is Fadi, Logan now. What's going to happen? Logan there takes the prone position, and Fadi knows where he sends him away. Fadi! Anyways,
oh my god.
1-0 it is as Sierra 7 takes that home. Let's hear KJ.
Absolutely insane. I think Logan got a bit too comfortable in that prone position there, and General Fadi coming through takes him out with a wall bang. That's what you get for going prone, absolutely sending him into the third round, while the second round has just started. We got Cyclone Gaming attacking, planting the bomb, and Daniello attacking Virus and Life, getting a 2-piece, keeping that consistent with his gameplay from Hardpoint. We're already in a 3v4 here in favor of Cyclone Gaming. Bomb is in the hands of the deadly Daniello, and the last 3 players from Sierra 7 have left to defend. But General Fadi is still alive. This man is an entire army. He takes down Simply, tries to peek alongside Ninja, dropping to Saint as well. A quick substitution that happened behind the scenes, and Daniello finally managing to drop Fadi with a headshot. Nandi dropping to Saint as well. With back shots there, and now Daniello and Payne, the last 2 left standing.
Daniello Payne, it was Logan Fadi earlier, but then it's Payne, Daniello now, or Daniello Payne. Daniello, FOV opens, doesn't find a player. He doesn't find a player, rotates all the way to the other side. That's Saint. And Payne still standing. Saint holding that position strongly, not wanting to move, not wanting to give up unnecessary information. Daniello on the other side, pretty much scouting them. Payne is back here, holds that position, is moving back and forth. I'm pretty sure they already hear him. They know where he is, but then he is also a very experienced player. He knows where they might be waiting for him. Payne back there, not wanting to make any sleeps. They already lost Hardpoint. Working overtime for the team. That's Daniello. Hit marker. No, he doesn't want that. He wants to send a player away. That's what he wants to do. Daniello, hit marker still running back and forth. There is Payne. Is going to go ahead for that ninja. Able to do that? No way!
Oh my god.
No way. Payne found him and sends him away. Sierra 7, 2 points in the bag, all the way to an equivalent 7 points. But anyways, it's a lead for them, and they're going to be very comfortable with it. as we go into the third round with Pain. Is Pain able to deal some pain? Fadi there, the very experienced sniper. You can call him the White Death if you must, if you know what the White Death is, for those who very concerned with history. But then Life still there as well. Doesn't find any player. Everybody being very respectful, but then the respect is not working well for the Cyclone side because they already lost one player. Danielo still standing, holding that very tight position. What do you think is going through their minds now, Kijo?
Absolutely insane. Cyclone has seemed to have lost Ninja there, seems to have disconnected. But Sierra 7 with 2 rounds back to back. I definitely did not expect this. And now Daniello falling from the side of Cyclone. Nandi coming through with the VMP, the SMG Slayer, as we all know him from previous comp. And he has made his comeback. He is here to replenish the name for himself. Takes down General Fadi on the floor, copying some of Logan's tactics there. And now we're in a 2v3 situation where Cyclone have a permanent life at disadvantage here since Ninja has left the game. Nandi fighting for his life here. Simsi coming to back him up with the bomb in hand, and less than 30 seconds left on the clock. Smoke is thrown and he did not manage to confirm the kill, and Nandi getting back shots from Life. And the third back-to-back round going in favor of Sierra 7. I can see Onaka is like, he's getting hyped up now. His team is winning. He's excited as we head into round 4. Cyclone are still the ones planting, but Sierra 7 currently holding the lead.
Of course, Onaga's seat seems to be burning here, but then, losing one player is certainly showing off as a major disadvantage for the Cyclone side, but then they are not going to let that deter them because that's Danielo there. They're pretty much just going to switch strategy to suit, what's happening right here because it seems like they're finding their foot back in the game. Simsy back there with the plan, make it a 1v4 situation. I don't know how they were able to swiftly do that, but then Simsy still standing there and Pain on the other side. It will be painful if Pain is able to deal pain on 4 players, but that will be a very serious task for him as he gets sent away. 3-1, and Cyclone finally are finding themselves in the game.
They have finally managed to secure a round, and with a 1-player disadvantage, there is genuinely not much they can do. And maybe we actually are going to see another control game for tonight. That's not the situation Cyclone wanted to be in. We were looking to close things off here, and Ninja killed the party. Pain managed to get a few hit markers there before Cyclone rush in. Nandi managing to put him out of his misery. He takes down Saint as well, and now he's going to look for Life, but Life takes his life right there in mid. Bomb is going down. Simsi does not give a damn that his teammate just died in front of him. He's going straight for the plant. 3v3 now. Numbers are equalized. Life looking for more kills to add to his count, but Virus picks up Daniello, or rather puts him down. Simply retreating to green card here. Numbers are 2-3. Make that 3-0 as Life finds the last 2 and secures the 4th round for Sierra 7. Bomb is defused. Absolutely insane gameplay here.
Oh, well, well, anyways, Sierra 7 finally finding their voice. I think it's good to see, or maybe there's just some strategy from the Cyclone side to push us all the way to, well, but whatever happens, I think the Sierra 7 side will be very happy right now. But then it's still a very long way to go. You still have, 3 points all the way to 7 for them. And if you're on the Cyclone side, you're expecting to, push a very Herculean 6-point lead back to back. But onto Life. Life, the man that's been taking life, very ironic, is Life, but then he's been taking life. Expected that he'll be given life, but he's been taking so many lives so far. Logan back there with a sniper, 1 player already down on the side of the Cyclone Gaming. On the side of Cyclone Gaming, as if losing 1 player is not enough. And of course, Logan goes down as well. Make that a 4v2 right now. Daniello back there who gets sent away himself all the way to Simsy left, to get the team where they need to be. 1 man is going to be the 1-man army for this team. Would he be able to do it up against 4 players?
He's hearing those those deadly words, last man standing. And now Simsi in a 1v4 situation hasn't managed to find a single pick here, and I'm not sure he sees life right next to him. That doesn't look like it's going to end very well. Simsi getting taken down before he gets a chance to even blink. 5th round going to Sierra 7. I think I jinxed Cyclone going into this match. I'm genuinely not sure what's happening here. I'm flabbergasted. What is happening? A 4v5 is not that bad of a disadvantage, but I mean, considering these two teams are in the African Pro Series, I'm not going to take anything for granted. Payne already taking down Nandi, a vital kill needed there for Sierra 7. Logan peeking the head glitch, manages to take out Payne. Now 2 more players hiding inside of trailer. He finds one, doesn't find the other, ran off to mid side over here. Logan coming in with 2 solid kills there. Simsi coming to back him up. The last 2 players standing against General Fadi and Virus. 2v2, so numbers are fairly equal. And it seems like Virus has the bomb in hand as well. We're looking towards a B push here, and that is absolutely nowhere near Simsi and Logan, where they're having a very nice conversation in trailer, trying to figure out what Sierra 7 are going to do. We're going to check all our corners, make sure it's safe to plant the bomb. More than enough time with over a minute on the clock, and we're going straight for the plant. Hopefully Cyclone pick up on the fact that the bomb is on the other side of the map.
Oh, well, hopefully it is, but hope is a beautiful thing. Hope is a beautiful thing, but not all beautiful things last. It's a 2v2 right now. Cyclone, Logan on the other side with Simsi as well to give that needed support. Simsi there, he knows that they are there. He knows they're there. They give enough information to know he's there, and he takes that one down, but then he gets sent away himself. Make that a 1v1 between Virus and Logan now. Logan is going to push through. They're already giving up enough information for both players to know where either of them are. Logan seems to be at the disadvantage because he's backing him right now, but then somehow he succeeds, defuses the bomb, and gives them that round. 5-2 it is in favor of Sierra 7 still.
We might see a comeback here from Cyclone Gaming. Fingers crossed. They are definitely at a disadvantage, but they are not letting that get the better of them. They're fighting this to the death. We're now at 5-2 here, so we're in the 8th round of Search and Destroy. Sierra 7 are planting, and the 4 players from Cyclone Gaming are defending. Oh, we're almost at match point for Sierra 7. Logan equalizing the numbers there very quickly, taking life's life, I think. And he manages to find General Fadi as well, taking the numbers in their advantage. And now in a 4v3, he's still peeking alongside Saint with the bomb in hand, treading very carefully back to his spawn, trying to get the backup of his teammates as they're now recalculating on where to go.
Of course, a lot of calculation and recalculation back and forth, but then numbers are locked in for the Cyclone side because you only have that's Simsi here. Simsi here trying to play on the other side. That's the last player there for the Sierra 7 side. Gets sent away 5-3. It is now. They're coming back into the game. They just need 2 points to level it. Will they be able to find it, or Sierra 7 push it away? But the Cyclone side seems to be very impressive, especially with a one-man disadvantage. They seem to be playing very impressively down the middle of this game. I thought that the Sierra 7 side will push them all the way, but somehow they seem to be slacking at this point. Nandi there playing very respectfully. Numbers are still very locked in for both sides. 5-4 it is, as it has been since they lost one player. I think they lost Ninja there. Simsi getting damaged, but then he was able to find a way to safety. Logan back there, sniper opened. Seemed like he found the player's head there, but then there was an obstacle. He wasn't able to get that shot right. Fadi there, very dangerous sniper as well, not able to find a player. A cluster of players from the Cyclone side moving all the way. Fadi on the other side knows the players are there, but then not able to find them because they moved away. Very experienced players. They moved all the way back, making sure that those hit markers don't come through again. Logan there, FOV Optic still open all the way to the other side. Nandi back here holding that position tightly, but then Virus is going to go in for the blind, finds a player, sends him away before the man could peek, sees another one, but then Hitmarker, he gets sent away himself by Nandi, and Fadi back there comes through. He knows that the player is there. The player knows he's there as well, and they send him away. How did that happen? I do not know, but then you saw it. Nandi there, Logan goes in for the defuse, and that's it. 5-4 it is. Are we going to be seeing a 5-5? I don't know what's happening anymore. This seems like magic, but then 5-4 it is, and the scores are almost level. Kijo, what's happening?
I am literally smiling. You're right now, because this is the comeback that Cyclone Gaming were hoping for. It seems like they've already adapted to the fact that they are one man down, but they are not letting that stop them. The entire Series 7 pushing for a B push yet again, and now Simpsy retreating. This is deja vu. We saw this in the last round. Logan is going to come through. He's going to pick someone off with the sniper. And oh, never mind. General Fadi stopping me in my tracks, takes down Simpsy with a snipe and completely sends him into the next round. And Yellow getting revenge, takes down Life. Nandi has dropped it. Taken Virus and himself with him into the next round, and now we're in a 2v3. Daniello and Logan, the last two standing against three players from Sierra 7. Payne has picked up the bomb, and well, Daniello was guarding that with his life, but now it looks like he'll have to stop the plant, or possibly the defuse. Payne running away before he gets the chance to plant. Actually, he does plant. My apologies. Bomb is planted on B side. Now we're in a 1v3 here. Logan with his sniper in hand. Can he manage to clutch this? He finds General Fadi peeking the completely wrong angle. Now there's one player on his right. Does he pick up on it? The shot does not connect. And Saint, that absolutely goes against his namesake there. He was not a saint. He completely tormented Logan and sent him to the next round. Match point for Sierra 7.
Match point for Sierra 7, and we saw Demon, not Saints, there doing what the opposite of Saint does. But then we're onto Saint again, all the way back to Simsy, getting ready for any player that comes through that door. A cluster of them, 4 of them, all the way, stacking up, giving the needed support. Numbers still locked in for both sides. Simsy not trying to take unnecessary risks. Of course, he finds a player, finds the other one as well, sends them away. The man didn't want to take any risk, and that paid off for him. They send all of them to oblivion. 6-5 it is, as Cyclone is doing what Cyclone knows how to do best. 6-5, match point for Sierra 7 was denied in that round. Would he be able to claim it now, or would he be swept away by Cyclone again? As we move into the next round, Fadi, sniper in hand. Sniper in hand, must be very nervous now. Logan must be very nervous as well. Simsy, a lot of activity going on. They're very, very active right now. Nandi back there doesn't find a player. Number still locked in for both sides. Simsy on the other side, XM4 in hand. 6-5 it is. Logan finds a player. Hitmarker back and forth. He's getting damaged himself. He has to move away. Frag grenade goes out. One player already down. Simsy back here, still onto the play on the other side, gets sent away. It seems like it's in favor of the Cyclone side, because all 4 players still locked in. Only Payne left to keep this Achillean tax going. Sends a player, sends another one as well. Payne, what is this man doing, dealing so much pain? But then he gets dealt Payne as well. 6-6 scores, a level match point for both teams. What are we watching here tonight?
This is absolutely insane. They were so close. They were so neck and neck at the beginning of the Hardpoint for the first half. And now, regardless of the fact that they have a life disadvantage, Cyclone have managed to equalize in SND. We're at match point for both these teams right now. This could be the make or break it point. Simsy was the first to drop, but Nandi managing to get the revenge on him by taking out Life in trailer. We're already at a 3v4 here. Sierra 7 with a life advantage, trying to play it very carefully, but Logan Sniper will find you. Payne dropping, General Fadi dropping as well, then Yellow dropping to Virus. 2v2. It could not be any closer than it is right now. Bomb is being planted. Nandi planting it on A bomb side. Logan hiding in trailer, hoping to back him up. And Virus and Saint, the last two alive as they peek around the corner. Do not enter trader. That is a dead man zone right there. Unless your name is Virus, completely taking down Logan Nandi in a 1v2 situation. Make that 1v1.
Oh,
Absolutely
my
clutches
God.
it for Cyclone and gives them the win in SND and the entire series tonight.
Is that the
touch of
biggest choke of
century right there.
2020? Will this be the biggest choke of? It has to be the biggest choke of 2026. I know 2026 just started, but what is this choke?
That was absolutely incredible. Don't be so negative about it. It wasn't the biggest choke. It was the biggest clutch, right? You're a Cyclone gaming supporter now, right? Can we appreciate the fact that Nandi has made a comeback in the comp scene? This
That was
guy
excellent.
is well
Excellent.
known around Africa as the SMG master, and he has proven that he has not gone anywhere. He's back, guys. Absolutely back. 1v2 clutch the game, clutch the series for Cyclone Gaming. A 7-6 win, 250 to 172 in Hardpoint. What more can you ask for?
No, nothing. Honestly, this was just elite gameplay, domination, expertise. And Cyclone brought it tonight. And, you can take that away, man. You cannot take that away, especially with a one-man down. Seems like they just ditched Ninja and said, look, 4 of us can take this, guys. Don't worry, just chill. And they were able to pull that tonight. Give it up for Cyclone Gaming at the end of that. Oh, but then that's a detail right there. So much load on the neck of on the shoulders of Life, even so much Life the team impact their 104, but that was not enough to get them through, sadly. But then you cannot take away the hard work right there. But then Nandi with 17 kills. I don't know where he got that from. Kijo, I don't know.
Man was running through the map with his SMG and taking bodies. He was showing them absolutely no mercy. 17 kills. The fact that they were down a player, it didn't even seem like it bothered him.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, okay, the Nandi glaze is real, chat. Like 17 kills. I'm pretty sure that's the highest we've seen all tournament in an SND match.
SND, exactly. Yes.
If I'm wrong. But some players haven't even gotten that much kills in a hardpoint game. This man did it in SND. 17 kills. And the other 3 players, 11 kills. All across the board. What life disadvantage? 4-man team right there.
11 kills, more than the highest for the 07 side. Anyways, for Cyclone Gaming, another heartbreak for Naga tonight. But then I guess they'll come back stronger. As we usually say. That should be enough consolation. W Virus, Fadi, Life, Pay, and of course Saint for that very wonderful gameplay there. But then the best has to go all the way through, and that has happened for the Cyclone Gaming side with Nandi, Simzi, Logan, and Danielo, even though they were missing Ninja. And then I think Ninja did what ninjas do. They're always out of sight, they just disappear. Ninja disappeared, but somehow Nandi and the rest of the team were able to pull them through. 6-7 or 7-6 it is, and Cyclone went to Fine Range, Search and Destroy went to Cyclone, making it a 2-0. We're not going to be seeing a control, sadly.
You didn't have to sound so happy about that. Maybe we'll see it in the next game. I'm not sure about you guys, right? This is the game I've been waiting for. No offense to the first 3 games. No offense to this absolute entertainment that we just saw. But we absolutely will end the night off with a bang. With ECL versus MSH, Eclipse Gaming versus Mash Harder. Oh, this is going to be an absolute treat. But before that, we are going to go on a very short break. We're going to give these players a bit of time to get readied up, and we will see you guys when we come back. All right, welcome back, guys. We are heading in for the last and final match of the night. We are going to end off day 2 of the African Pro Series with a bang, and that is going straight into the game with Mash Harder versus Eclipse Gaming. Yet again, a Nigerian team versus a South African team. Guys, this is just the theme for the night. And I don't want to jinx it, but so far South Africa's been doing pretty good. I just don't want to see Onaga in another heartbreak situation. So let us know predictions. There's a poll in the YouTube chat right now. Let us know what your predictions are, and please don't break Onaga's heart.
Anyways, I'm just going to enjoy this one. I have no inclinations again tonight. This is the last match of the night. I'm just going to enjoy this, and whatever happens. It's much other Eclipse Gaming. It's going to be a tough one, but whatever happens. But then keep your predictions coming. We'd love to see what you we'd love to hear what your predictions are. But then on to the lineup, we have Xavier for Eclipse Gaming, Uncle K, Kroll, Dad, Retro, and Valerio for the Eclipse Gaming side. I'm going to run through that again. It's Xavier, Uncle K, Kroll, Dad, Valerio, and of course Retro.
An absolutely incredible strong lineup there. ECL have definitely made a name for themselves, so please do not take them for granted. But on the other hand, we have possibly the only team in South Africa that can keep Cyclone Gaming on their toes. Mash Harder Gaming, starting off with their lineup, we got Liquid, Storm, Squid, V-Nex, and Not. Guys, anyone think they look a bit alike? You know, if you know, you know. Collapse and Keanu. Keanu was a very recent addition, not part of the transfer news. He was put in just before the tournament, but if you have him on your fantasy league team, you know that he's been playing extremely well, keeping up with the rest of his team. And mind you, he's the only player in Mash Harder Gaming on a 90 FPS device. So he is definitely proving himself a worthy addition to the team. So yeah, both very strong teams going into game 4 for the night.
Of course, game 4, Match Harder, Eclipse Gaming. I've seen Eclipse Gaming before, very excellent team. But like you've heard Kijo say, Match Harder, the only team that can keep Cyclone Gaming on their toes. You've seen Cyclone Gaming perform, so if you have a team that can keep them on their toe, then I don't know. You should expect something close to Cyclone Gaming, and that's not very good at all, especially if you're a team that slacks out. Hopefully, Eclipse Gaming will not be slacking out tonight as a face-off Match Harder tonight. Pretty soon we're going to be seeing the maps that they will be playing on. It's a best of 3. Are we going to be seeing another 2-0, or we're going to see a 2-1? That would be nice to go ahead and see. But then whatever is going to happen would happen in the field of play, and we're here for it.
Definitely. Hopefully we get to see the maps that they are playing, because I mean, we've seen some pretty interesting maps, but I'm not gonna lie, between you and me, I was kind of hoping we'd see an apocalypse, but we will find out straight after this. These are currently the top players from their respective teams. We have Xavier from Eclipse Gaming, the highest KD for ECL at a 0.9 and total kills 45. Absolutely incredible that he is carrying his team. Not they do a bit better with the average OBJ time. You know, I can coach him on 1 or 2 things there, but he is definitely carrying the ECL flag high.
Of course, you have Keanu on the other side with 1.06, a very remarkable 170 total kills. But that's the map and mode screen already up, and they're going to be starting with Summit. Interesting. Hardpoint Summit. Hardpoint Summit is always very, very intense. A map that almost any player at this level knows very well. In fact, all players at this level should know Summit very well. So yeah, it's usually very, very intense. It's going to be a game of timing. Who will be the best in terms of those timings, and also not eating those scrap times, because if you start to eat those scrap times as Summit, then you know you're already lacking. But anyways, Summit, Hardpoint, Mash Harder, and Eclipse Gaming. We're here for it.
This is definitely going to be intense. Summit is such a cramped map, and I mean, as much as there's a lot of spaces to hide, you have been training for this map. Like, at this point, if you're not checking your corners on Summit, what are you doing?
Exactly.
How are you playing comp? There are not that many places to hide. Check your corners before you're rushing in. But then again, it is Hardpoint. You know, there's so much chaos. There's not a lot of thinking that goes in before you rush into a point. And there wasn't a lot of thinking before we started this lobby because everyone just decided to leave and hit a quick lobby reset. But before we get into that, the S&D map was kind of interesting. I know obviously we're going to see an S&D. I'm hoping we see a control game as well. What do we think our predictions are going to be for the Hardpoint game?
Well, let's see the chat. Like I said, I just want to enjoy. I relieve myself of every form of button that comes with being inclined. All right, I just want to enjoy Summit, that very snowy map, Hardpoint. But I know that Eclipse Gaming is a very, very strong Hardpoint side. They're very aggressive when it comes to Hardpoint. They're very smart. Hopefully they'll be able to bring that to be tonight. Usually, yeah, my bias will always kick in when I want to talk about things like this, and you already know it's very obvious. But Much Harder would not be an easy side. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and enjoy. That's me.
We have a bone to pick with the mod of this tournament because every single match tonight has been South Africa versus Nigeria.
Yeah.
And things have not been going the way of Nigeria, but maybe ECL will turn that around. They don't have it easy, but maybe ECL will be the team that holds Nigeria's flag flying high, and it seems like we are finally starting the Hardpoint match for tonight. This is the start of the final game series of the night, and Mash Harder starting off the kill feed quite strong over there, while ECL just kind of laying points. They were contesting it now. Mash Harder take it down, top control, very important when you're playing on Summit. Storm coming in with a quick two-piece there, and now Claps boxing gloves out, manages to take Dad, sends him right back to the grocery store for milk, and he gets taken down by Xavier as well. P1 now contested yet again, but Mash Harder well over the 20-point mark.
Of course, Match Harder already doing it. I don't know how he did that. Seems like magic. But then 22 it is, and locked at 8 is Eclipse Gaming. But then we're on to Claps of Match Harder. And grenade in hand, gets one play on the other side. 25 still contest coming through for Eclipse Gaming, but then not enough context because they're able to hold it in point. Next, making sure that no context comes through from the Eclipse Gaming side, and seems to be doing that very, very well. Valerio back here for ECL, trying to force his way through. That doesn't work well for them, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be finding their way to P2 as well, because Match Harder already have their flag planted here, and it seems like they're going to be staying here for a while, because you have Nak there with the Sparrow clearing players off of the point. That Storm there coming in with a death machine, but that didn't work well for him. He gets sent away. ECL seems to be struggling so much at this point, trying to break their way through. It doesn't seem like it's working well. Retro being sent away, Dad sent away with the XM4 as well. He used to be able to wield that weapon very well, but somehow it's not working for him tonight. Hopefully they'll be able to find the footing soon. I'm pretty sure the players and the fans will be expecting that to happen. That's Retro right there, finds a player, sends him away, gets damaged, but then he was able to find himself to safety. Move all the way 51 it is to 18. Somehow they just can't find a way to break point. A player comes in, a player gets sent away, and somehow they still can't find their way to the next point. It seems like Dad already made that happen right here, but then that is not without interruption from Storm on the other side, sends him away. It doesn't seem like this is going to happen for them. Match Harder takes the next heal as well. Next, making sure they don't come through with a war machine, sends them away. 68-21. This seems like a walk in the park for Match Harder.
Walk in the park indeed. We're already on P3, and it seems like these teams are playing more of a TDM rather than hardpoint. We're finally playing the OBJ here as Mashhada are trying to get towards that 100-point mark. Knock coming through with a 2-piece there, Claps with the 2-piece of his own, equalizes in hand. Dad came back from the grocery store finally as he finds Storm and Squid in his path and completely annihilates both of them. Knock with his kill on Valerio. And Mashhad is still below that 100-point mark. ECL currently in P3, rotations already being made for P4, but it seems like ECL have already set up shop. Claps with his 2-piece there as he plays for Scraps over on P3. Retro trying to hold down spawns, and his teammates backing him up as they send VNex right back to respawn. Dad now with his equalizers in hand, while Squid takes down Play Retro with his death machine, but Squid stops him right in his tracks, and the operator's not proving useful here. Xavier with his war machine manages to find Squid and VNex, not letting them get near the point, as ECL are closing in on that 50-point mark, a well-deserved comeback that they are looking for and that they need. Claw in hand for Valerio as well. They're timing these ops so perfectly, but VNex didn't even let him use it. Storm and Squid now holding down point before Dad gets to break in and holds it down single-handedly. His teammates are outside the point. He was the only one holding down that point and pushes ECL over the 60-point mark. While Mashhada still haven't gotten those 2 seconds to reach 100.
Well, hopefully they find it soon. I'm pretty sure they'll be expecting that happens. But then Retro is saying, no, it's not going to happen here because we're going to milk this hill. 98-79 it is right now. Claps all the way back to P1. They already have P1 handled, but then not without a little bit of obstruction there from Dad, making sure that P1 goes the way of ECL. If they're able to hold this, then they might be able to go ahead and push that 100 mark above of Mashhada, but that it doesn't seem likely. VNeck right there sending the player away, but then he gets sent away himself. Contest coming through for P1. Both teams trying to ensure that this heal goes to them. A lot of aggressive play there, but Mashhada seems to be in a little bit of control. Contest coming in back and forth. Knack there doesn't find a player. He gets sent away. Dad is coming in right there trying to hold position, but then it doesn't seem like that's going to happen right there. He finds a player, but then he gets sent away himself. 117-89 it is. Mashhada seems to be 121-90 it is. Mashhada VNeck back there with the war machine, making sure that no player gets into P2. They're going to go there for that early rotation all the way to spawn, making sure that no player finds them way their way back into P2. Storm back there. Storm gets sent away. 129-90 players falling left, right, and center. And ECL Dad coming in right there for the team. That coming in for the team, but then gets sent away. Storm is also there, making sure that no player comes through. Mashhada 135-96. It doesn't seem like so much is happening on the ECL side because they just getting sent. They get into the step foot into point, they get sent away. They get set foot into point, they get sent away almost immediately. So they have to get their house in order, especially going into the next hill.
All right, next hill indeed, and we can see that Mashhada finally crossed that 150-point mark. ECL closing in on 100, and we are going to treat you guys to a quick little listen in.
Keep going.
Yeah, Jerry.
Oh, man, come on now.
Mid door now.
They're coming deep. They're still coming deep.
Go me on the
Let's just push him in.
Come on, 2 men down.
DM. Keep the distance. Oh boy, what the fuck is this guy?
Oh my god.
One my points. Push it.
Yo.
One big does. This one,
Push up
give
on you,
us,
push up on you, push up on you,
one.
push up on you, push up on you.
Teaching. One more point.
There. There's somebody big out.
One big doors.
He's one shot. He went to one. No.
One's watching stone.
Bottom.
We have one machine stone.
Clock.
Alright, some chaotic comes there from the side of ECL, as you can see that during that looking in, MSH have crossed the 200-point mark, so the pressure is definitely on here for ECL to play catch-up. Squid is not letting that happen, though his claw was in hand. Phoenix with his war machine out, only managing to find one, while Clay with his Annihilator in hand gets taken down. These operators were not exactly timed very well there at that use, but 220 and counting for Mash Harder as they approach the finish line more quickly than ECL really want them to. Glitter with his own little two-piece there, Claps trying to break into the point now, but Retro absolutely beaming his way through the competition here with his death machine in hand, tries to find a three-piece but accidentally shoots his own teammate, not knowing who's who. Switches to the VMP and manages to take down Knock and VNex. Double trouble, not letting them into the point there. We're going to rotate back over to P1. Hopefully where Mash Harder will try to close things off, but ECL do not want that to happen. Valerio killing someone with the trophy system there, guys. You gotta watch out for that. Trophy system's hella important, but not managing to get him with a trophy. Caps now holding down computer side, and Dad beaming through, holding down point, passing 130 with his equalizers in hand. He did not want Mash Harder on this point. Point was contested. 230 points here for Mash Harder. This might be game points.
Of course, it seems like it is, but then a little bit of struggle still coming in from the ECL side. Because you have Xavier there with the War Machine taking out players after player. Doesn't seem to find one. That there's a very tight spot, but then it seems to be finding one or two players there. He's going to take it. They have points, one all the way to 151 right now, but then it doesn't seem like that will be enough for them because they do not have, their timing locked, because Clap is right there already holding position for the next deal for match. Other 236, 165 is. You have Sold and Knack already in point contest coming through from the ECL side. It's going to be contest after contest from ECL. We expect that to happen because they know that they are behind at this point and they have to force their way through. 241 it is, and all the way to 250. It seems to be looking for the match at the side. Claps back there with the equalizer, equalizing them, sending them back to spawn, and Claps back there with the X4 coming in. And all the way to a 250 for a match Ada. Like I said earlier, it doesn't seem like it was so much work for match Ada at all. Summit Hardpoint had gone the way of match Ada with 250, 168. Doesn't seem like so much work for them. Do you think so, Kijo? You already said it earlier anyway, so I shouldn't even be arguing at this point.
I can hear the lack of enthusiasm in Anaga's voice right now. He did not want a hard point to go that way. But ECL did not go down without a fight. They were definitely contesting.
Exactly.
They were out in full force. They genuinely showed very good strats and a lot of training that went into their gameplay throughout this tournament. And you can see that in their results as well. Every single player, except for for Abe, above the 30 kill mark. He fell short just by 129 kills there, but only 2 players above the 1 minute mark for OBJ. So we can see where their strengths and weaknesses are. Hopefully they take that back to the drawing board before their next set of matches on Sunday. But MSH, on the other hand, 1 player on 50 kills, Storm, absolutely carrying his teammates. Their squad not far behind with 49 kills, and the highest impact with 1 minute and 41 seconds in the point. Almost every player had over a minute. VNex, I'm not sure what happened there. Probably just didn't have enough energy to get in the point. He was going for kills at that point in time. But you can definitely see more teamwork and more communication happening on the side of MSH. They definitely balance things out.
Yeah, they seem to be very, very, They seem to be very, very organized, and the team that is most organized, I can see the smile on your face. The team that's most organized will always, go ahead and have it, But you have to give up for the ECL side. They had a lot of sleeps. You don't want to be the team that is always struggling, to contest. You're struggling for contest. You do not have a footing. You do not have a foothold. You do not have FOB. Every time you're always the team that is trying to force the contest. Whenever you're like that, you're already in the back foot, and that happened a lot for the ECL side, and that didn't work well at all. But seriously, good side. They still have a chance. ECL, if you're listening to me, you still have a chance in this game because you have S&D. You have S&D. Hopefully, you're going to bring up all that force that we saw towards the middle of the game into S&D. And who knows? Anything can always happen. It's a competition. It's always 50-50. It's never over until it's over. So chill. Come back for S&D. See how it goes.
Not over until Anaga is happy, right? You guys cannot send him to bed crying. I'll feel good about it, but not because he's crying. I'll feel happy because my team's won. So I just don't want to put him in a sad situation. But we're going to head into the last S&D for the night. Hopefully not the last match. I kind of want to see a control. I know people just want to go to bed. It's late,
Exactly.
It's still working day tomorrow. But let us see that control, I beg. ECL, do your best, come through in the S&D and try to put down MSH so that we can see one last control for tonight.
Will be nice. Will be nice to see more action. And everybody's tired, but I don't think anybody can be tired watching these matches. Honestly, I am not tired at all. I could go another round and another round, especially when it's intense like this. But then it's firing range as usual for S&D with those many wall bangs. If you stand wrongly, you die wrongly. It's gonna happen here again. We've seen two different matches S&D here, and it's always very intense. The last one was very dramatic, especially with a team losing one player and going all the way with 4 players, 1 player out, and going on to win the match. I don't know. Hopefully they're not going to lose any player this time. Hopefully we're going to have a very level playing field, but somehow may the best player go ahead and win.
May the best team go ahead and win. So yeah, hopefully nobody disconnects. Hopefully nobody pulls a ninja and disappears before the game even starts. But yeah, before we head into that S&D on firing range, of course, you guys can leave your predictions in the poll that has been up on the YouTube chat. And we are going to take a slight break before we come back and start with the S&D.
Oh, right. Doesn't seem like they're set yet. Of course, they're going to get themselves ready, get their fingers warmed up, make the necessary changes that they need to make. I'm pretty sure that's happening behind the scene right there. But then 250, 168, you can still see it on screen. It has gone the way of Mash Ada. I'm sure that would have boosted their morale, boosted their confidence a bit. And it's always good to have the lead, The psychological effect of having the lead in the first match is always, very important. And I'm pretty sure they're going to take that into the next match. So yeah, Eclipse Gaming, they have like double the work they had to do the first time. When you win the first time, it relieves you a little, but then when you lose it, you have double the work. You're gonna be playing the skill naturals, and then that is coming with winning the first map. So they have double the pressure tonight. Hopefully they'll be able to beat that pressure. Fire and range.
Basically, what Anaga's trying to say is, it doesn't matter what device you have, COD is a mind game. Okay?
Exactly.
As long as you can get in your enemy's head, you should be fine. But getting straight into that, the game just started and Kral has already taken out VNex, and it seems like our yellow side is going to be ECL. They are the ones attacking. Our blue side is going to be our boys in blue, MSH, and they are defending for our first 6 rounds. Lives are already 4v5 in favor of ECL, so maybe these rounds will go in their favor. And Squid said, "Shut up, Kijo. We're gonna take down Retro." Dad taking out revenge on Storm for what he did to him in the Hardpoint match. And now Claps taking down Dad in trailer. Numbers are already equalized 3v3. But at least ECL still has the bomb. Xavier safely carrying it towards the B bomb site.
Of course, and to Valerio, doesn't find any player. Valerio, yeah, 3v3 it is. It's gonna go ahead, but then it gets that. Oh my god! What the hell just happened? We have Kroll on the other side, finds a player, takes him down. Only Kroll, 1v2. Kroll, are you able to do it for ECL? Two players on the other side, he knows where he is. But then the man moves away, gets out of his line of sight. 2v1, Kroll it is for ECL. We're still on to Kroll for ECL. He gets sent away. Not today, Kroll. 1-0. It is in favor of Match Hada. Match Hada not stopping mashing yet. They're still mashing really hard.
I'm gonna pretend like I have not heard that before, and we are gonna go straight into round 2 over here. ECL still planting, MSH still defending. It looks like ECL are going for a full B push over here. Storm getting taken out by Xavier. Squid with the revenge 2-piece. They're taking out Dad and Retro before Valerio sends him into the next round. Knock coming through right from the back and takes down Valerio and Xavier. Another 2-piece secured for him, and now Kral in a 1v3 situation. Last man standing yet again, but Knock shows him mercy and just ends his misery, sends him to the next round. 2 back-to-back rounds for MSH. Are we going to see ECL take any rounds here tonight?
Kroll seems to be the last man standing back-to-back, and somehow getting sent away messively, but then the player gets sent away there. That's Squid. Find a player. We have missile grenades coming in back and forth. Vinox on the other side is not able to find a player, but then one player already down. That's Kroll. It is not going to be the last player standing this time. Xavier is going to go there for that very quick plant because there's a lot of action going on, and he doesn't want to be on the bad side of those actions. Is getting taken away. 3 players and on this side and 3 players on the other side as well. We have Squid there. We have 2 players inside of containers. These are ECL players there. One gets sent away. Squid back there, still holding that position tightly. Numbers in favor of Mash Ada. You have Dad coming in there, finds a player, sends him away. That's Dad doing all the hard work there. 2 players in container, they know where he is, and of course it's going to get sandwiched on the other side. It gets sent away, and now they have all the time in the world to defuse the bomb. Squid does the honors, and yeah, then that round goes the way of Mash Ada again. 3-0, 3-0. 3-0. Are we going to see? I'm going to ask again, just like Kijo was asking earlier. We're going to see Eclipse Gaming take any round here tonight. 3 back-to-back rounds for Mash Ada.
First 3 rounds go to Mash Ada indeed, and mind you, they are defending. So I think ECL needs to think: are we pushing the wrong angles, or what's happening here? They do have the bomb in hand. Kral the first to drop. At least he is not the last man standing, but he was the first blood for this 4th round. Claps following him straight after, while Retro sends him into the next round here. Xavier still carrying the bomb. It seems like that's his designated job there, while Dad sends North into the next round as well with his Type 63 in hand. Squid dropping, Retro dropping with a wallbang from Phoenix and a headshot. Could that be a more deadly combination? There's 3 players sitting in trailer here, and Phoenix is the only person who can shoot them. I'm not sure if that place is even wall bangable, but he needs to get at least 1 pick. Storm helping him out from the other side there before Dad sends Storm to the next round, and now Phoenix all alone, 1v2. Can he pull off a Nandi? Sniper in hand. Not really sure if this is possible. He peeks the wrong corner.
No way.
And Dad gives him the back shots to send him into the next round. ECL finally, there's their first round on the board. Let's get some back-to-back.
Finally, hopefully that would give them the morale that they need, the psychological hedge they need to get back into the game. But Grenades already going in there. We have Squid there, players stacking all the way up in front. All the way back to Crow, Claps back here. Squid still holding that position strongly. Finds a player. It seems to find another 1, 2, 3 before he goes down himself. Numbers are locked in for no, it is not. Making a 1v1. Very intense. Give it to Knack and Crow on the other side. Always the last man standing for this team. And no way is the last man standing and the last man to die again for Eclipse Gaming. Match either 4-1. It is after the 5th round. We're going into the 6th round. That was very dramatic, very fast, and very hard for Match either.
Noticing a bit of a pattern here. If Kral dies first, ECL wins the round. So, Kral, I think you need to sacrifice your life for the greater good here, because that is the only way that ECL won the last round. There was just too much pressure for one person to deal with. We still have Eclipse Gaming on the planting side since we're in round 6 here. This is going to be the last round that they can plant for now, unless things equalize later on. But VNex starting things off by taking down Kral. Not sure if that's a wise move considering the advice that I just gave, but we will see how things go. Over 1 minute left on the clock. Xavier again with the bomb in hand, and it seems like MSH have the numbers advantage for now until the ECL members try to drop them, but Knock completely annihilating Retro there, coming on from A long. Knock taking down Dad as well. Squid dropping Xavier. And it's chaotic. Valerio's in a 1v4. He manages to take down Squid to drop those numbers, but MSH are just going to completely surround him now, and he doesn't have the bomb. He's panicking. Claps clapped him. Oh my goodness. Oh no.
That's so disrespectful. 5-1. It is after 6th round. We're going into the 7th round. Oh my days. Okay, going into the 7th round in perspective of Valerio. Grenade goes in. Kroll back there again. Hopefully not the first man to die this time. It seems like the man is dying dramatic deck. Players are falling back and forth. Kroll still standing anyways, but numbers are locked in for the match other side. It is a 4v3 right now. We're on to Retro. Finds a player, deals damage, but not enough to get the reward in terms of kill. Kroll back there with the sniper still. Retro still standing. Player on the other side knows where he is. But then that Storm also knows where he is as well, and is dealing damage, not enough to get the kill, but make it a 2v3 right now in favor of ECL. Storm still back there, grenade in hand, is going to time it properly, and of course it tosses it, is able to get the kill. For damage it is, but then not able to get that kill, make it a 3v2 steal. So Storm goes down. Phoenix back there still standing. Phoenix goes down as well. Scores are coming in for one more point for ECL. 5-2 it is after 7th round. We're going into the 8th round. I hope this is not, just get a little taste of victory while we later demolish you. But then we're entering the 8th round, and Kroll again. We're always in the perspective of Kroll. The match starts. Xavier back there. PKM. It's not able to find any player. Deals a lot of damage, but then it's not able to get the reward. One player already down on either side, and Nak will be going in for the early plant right there. 2 players already down inside of the ECL team. Xavier there, not enough, to deal that damage. Valerio holding that position tightly, making sure no player comes through. He knows that Nak is on the other side. We'll have Xavier here finding that warband, finding those cheap kills. Not able to find any crew back there with a sniper as well. Oh my days! Valerio finds a player in the right spot, sends him away, but then Nak says, no, you're not gonna do that here. But Kroll sends the man away with the machine gun pistol. Make that a 1v1. V-Nak goes in, Xavier goes in for the plan. For the diffuser. That's it. Goes the way of ECL. 5-3 it is after 8 rounds. It seems like ECL finally finding themselves back into the game, but then they still have a very long way to go. It's been a very long journey. Getting 2 points, especially playing against Match Ada, it's not gonna be easy. Kijo.
I'm speechless. That so much happened in the last 10 seconds of that last round. Oh my goodness, peeking the wrong angle, Kral getting someone with a machine pistol off a head glitch, and now taking down Storm and the ninja defuse at the last second. Oh my goodness, ECL are back in the game. The comeback is in motion. Mash harder need to watch out. Oh my god, what? That's a very confusing sentence. Bomb was going down, but Kral takes down Squid at the wall bang. Dad takes down Knock and claps with the VMP against Dad. 2v4 situation here. Things are not looking good for Mash harder. They have the bomb in hand though, but I'm not sure if it's the best idea to plant, as VNex was the fourth member to drop. 1v4 almost at a 1v3, but ECL have bagged another round. So, not sure what's happening with the momentum here, but ECL have clearly picked up on it, and they're going to run it through till the end of the game.
Hopefully, well, for the sake of matcha, hopefully we're not going to see another Cyclone NATO. But anyways, we're going in with the perspective of Dad. Now we're on to VNeck. For match, other players are stacked. Moving in company. Call it danger company if you want. Number still locked in. Dad back there tosses the grenade. Number still locked in on both sides. We're on to Nux. A lot can happen in this moment, you know, can be very swift. Starts in very slow, and before you know it, like 3-4 players already down. We're on to Dad still holding that position tightly. That's Xavier finding those wall bangs. Players pretty much know where the wall bangs are, and they're going to avoid it at all costs. As VNet back there, Knack also on the other side, going back in for that rotation. Has support from VNet. Xavier on the other side, trying to get a quick reload. Players already down. 2 players already down inside the ECL team. Dad back there, holding that position tightly. Make it a 4v2 now. How that is happening, nobody knows. Dad back there holding that position. He's not going to leave there, but then Plant already going in for Knack. Knack is going to go in for that early Plant. Dad finally moves. Xavier moves as well. Seems like he's the only man standing. Dad already. Oh my God. Bye-bye, Xavier. 6-4. Mashada.
Oh my goodness. Match point for MSH. I'm not sure what is happening to their momentum there in the last few rounds, but if you predicted 7-4 for the S&D score, I'm not sure if you're right or wrong. You never know what's going to happen. It's always anyone's game. Kral managing to find Clap's first kill for this 11th round here. Squid taking down Retro, sorry, as the first kill for ECL side. Numbers are equalized. We're playing it very respectfully. Over 1.5 minutes left on the clock for MSH to plant the bomb. ECL have to kill and defuse. Xavier trying to go for his wallbang here with the PKM. I swear, this guy is constantly reloading his PKM. How many bullets are you shooting trying to get that wallbang? There's no need to reload. There's 250 bullets in the PKM. He is not tickling anybody, and he's reloading again. Guys, I beg. Someone, please give him a better PKM loadout. He needs it. He cannot be reloading in the middle of a tournament like this. Both teams still very respectful. We're trying to get some snipes across the map here. Knock holding on to the bomb like his life depends on it. And all these people are just laying on the floor. They're on holiday at this point in time. And Dad sends Storm into the next round. Knock taking revenge on Dad here from across the map. 3v3 numbers are still equal at this point in time, but now there's only over 30 seconds left on the clock. We're gonna have to speed things up a bit here as Knock drops to Kral a wallbang with the Tundra in hand. Phoenix dropping as well. Squid now the only man standing, no bomb in hand, but it's right in front of him. It's in arm's reach. Doesn't want to pick it up right now. Less than 20 seconds on the clock as Xavier comes through with the PKM. Warning shots have been placed. Seems like the bomb is officially going to go down, but Kral has him in his sight. He knows where he is. Both of them looking at him. Squid takes down one, and he takes down Kral as well. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God.
What?
Another incredible freaking 2v1.
What?
And they nah. This, I am so proud of the South African players tonight.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
No way in hell. Well, anyways, Mashada it is. No way. There's no way I did that. Oh my God. That's a dream. That's a bad dream for
no
ECL.
hesitation from him whatsoever. Oh my God. Very well done to Mash Out of Gaming. 250 to 168 in the Hardpoint. 7-4. They gave ECL the slightest bit of hope in that SMD. They were winning back-to-back rounds. Then they said, yeah, Chai, it's time for us to go to bed. It's nap time now. We're tired of this. And the clutch at the end. Absolutely insane.
Marvelous. You have to give it up for Mash. There with Squid, of course, he has to have the highest impact, 178, and 14 kills, followed closely behind by Nak with 13, and 8 goes to Storm, 6, 5 all the way with Next and Claps. Excellent gameplay from Mash. I have to clap for this guys. They did very well. Call it a glaze, but then that was excellent gameplay right there. And that's how you play, especially at this level.
We need a whole separate round of applause there for Carl.
Honestly.
Because he carried his team. His snipes were just like, I didn't even see half of them coming. If I see this guy, let alone in a tournament, if I see him in ranked, Chai, I'm gonna leave the game. It's not.
Oh my God, a lot was just happening before you could call, and you could pretty much see that these guys knew what they were doing. All right, there was this man with the PKM. I think that was Xavier there on the ECL side, giving up. You were giving up information all the time. He was doing that. You had Storm seeing the bullet trails. He knew where he was, and he held that position tightly. So that shows you how much discipline it's in. I'm pretty sure another player would have tried to push simply because they knew where it was, but then he held that position tightly, making sure that he has that player in control and that player doesn't move, and that's how you play. Honestly, excellent gameplay. We couldn't hear listening for Masha there. I would have loved to see how go ahead and hear how the comms were going, but excellent gameplay from Masha. Honestly, that's not to take away how much work the ECL put up there, but in fact, you can compare in terms of how they filled themselves tonight. Mashallah, it is. And thank you for making us go early to bed. Say early to bed, early to rise makes their what's that again? Do you know, Kijo? Early to bed, early to rise.
Kijo doesn't sleep.
Make you something like that. But anyways, thank you for making us go early to bed with that very excellent gameplay.
Well, that is it for the action-packed night that we had. We saw 4 games here tonight in order. Trinity won game 1, Paradox won game 2, Cyclone winning game 3, and of course MSH bagging the 4th game of the night. So that was it for the African Pro Series Day 2. And we will see you guys for Day 3 on Sunday. Obviously, huge shout out to anyone who's still in the stream. Of course, if you've been here, thank you for your constant support. And of course, to our sponsors, ASG CODM and the CODM Africa Hub. Please make sure that you guys go and check out their websites, join the community, and let's, all trash talk the players together, because we can obviously play better than them,
And banter. In fact, they deserve all the banter, ECL and co. Anyways, that's it for the night African Pro Series. See you again next match day. It's bye from me for now.
It's been 2 years, and Steven has literally given you boys plenty of time to get your stuff together. Cause you know what time it is. I think it's Channel 95 season.
Put in the work, they discredit the work, man, you gotta be kidding me. Only really realize when they treating you lower than 10 keys. Got these strangers, they claiming they kin to me. Now my shoulders be colder than 10 degrees. Don't you hate when they talking a lot but not doing a lot, and they draining your energy? Man, I got them on mute when I talk down. They run the game without a move from the waist down. Been gone for a minute, but I'm back down. Mister, every time you see me, got a new sound. Been lanes in the space for a hot minute. And the scale been off, check your analytics. Real talk, when the game slows down, they need a new sound. Take a guess who you think did it. Go time, they can see when I lace. I'm the one when they talk about taste. Damn bad out of luck, doing too much. I see the cramp up when they move on my pace. East side got a song to rotate. It's a hit, never way to home base. Time's up, now you stuck all in the rush. You need to catch up while I settle my case. Talking about run it up. Game time. Run it up. 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 again, concealing all of the proof. Hold on, give me a minute, around it, they gotta choose. If they all are denied, they're certainly gonna lose. Know that I'm working hard, I can't believe that it's news. Baby, I'm from the Vegas, that's in the win or lose. So give me the money right now. My past excuse out of the crowd. They asking me what I did when all the people were literally weighing me down. I had to embezzle the crown. They say that I'm not from the town. I went on excursions all over the globe. What you gonna say to me now? Really think I got cause I'm self-driven Elon Musk. I resemble Wardell cause I'm beyond cut.